difficulties. Please forgive us.
There's
We got Jeff running technical stuff today from now on.
Yeah,
so he's.
It's I can't hear you.
Oh, they can't hear us. Okay. Hang on.
No sound.
No sound. Oh, okay, Jeff says there's sound now.
Okay, cool. Sorry. So
after just being for them.
Yeah. So we're running a new software. We got a new upgraded logo thanks to MJ. So you guys are seeing that logo. Something me and Lauren are completely impressed with, and it blew us back when we decided to do this logo. So now we're running new equipment, new streaming. So you guys just have to bear with us, give us a couple episodes, but it's me and Lauren, so it never fails that there's some kind of technical difficulty. It's the way our shows go.
Oh yeah, and running late, getting in here 5 minutes before we were supposed to start for me because I had a thermostat failure right before the show started, so I had to finagle all that. So always shenanigans, never a dull moment.
Never, not in snakes. There's never a dull moment when it comes to the snakes. So tonight we get it. It's Sunday. Everybody's watching football. A lot of you guys were there last night for the fundraiser for Kirsten from Dapper Dubias. So me and Lauren are just going to kick back, kind of have a relaxing kind of night. We're going to talk breeding plans, kind of what we're doing, maybe get some questions from you guys. Yeah, Lauren has all the fancy mics. She's the techie of the group, as I'd like to call it. And Jeff controls everything now at this point.
Jeff's back here. He's the man behind the curtain.
Yeah. And it never fails. Like Lauren said, she had a thermostat issue. I actually had a loose rat. So.
Oh yeah.
Right before. So it's cool. So I guess let's just dive right in with breeding plans. Where do you want to start first, Lauren?
Oh gosh. Well, how many females do you think you're gonna have ready for this season?
Ooh, let's see.
I'm writing mine all down as we speak because I am a slacker.
And I'm gonna shoot for the stars a little bit higher, a little bit faster. I'm gonna shoot for between 20 and 25.
Woo!
Now, there is that ratio that you can sit here and say, yes, I'm going to have 25, but there's a good rule of thumb that I've kind of lived by. 9 times out of 10, there's only going to be 25% of them that are actually going to do what they're supposed to do. So if I get 10 good ones this season, then I'm doing better than I did last season. What about you?
Well, I am optimistic. With a couple of my females, they're like almost there. They're like almost to that, I start pairing around 1,200, 1,300 grams because they start slamming food once you start pairing them, and they put on that weight so fast. So I got a couple that are like right on the cusp. So I'm thinking 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, hopefully 13. Fingers crossed.
Nice.
I'm hoping.
I mean,
some might be later in the season than others, but
I actually so we ultrasound once a month. We typically try to do it around the same time. It's actually kind of crazy to have an ultrasound machine in here now this season versus any other season because the guesswork is kind of taken out. So you can start to kind of know those females a little bit better with like your bull wrapping and you're coming off food. I had a bunch of females that are of their breeding. They've had their males. They're kind of staying in a standstill between the 15 and 20 marks in millimeters and follicles. But they are slamming food left and right. And like this time last year with a few of them, it was not happening. So it's a little different this season for sure. I just want I think there's probably about 6 females that out of what's going to go this season that I'm like, yes, please just go do what you're supposed to do. But again, the snakes are one of those things that you just never know what they're going to do.
Very true.
And
Snakes do snake things, like you say.
All the time. Snakes do snake things. Hey Marley. So
Marley.
it's a pretty interesting season, I guess this season, for us. New setup, more snakes in, different projects than what we were shooting for last year. So we just want, healthy eggs, healthy season. We're excited with every clutch that comes out. So I guess we'll wait and we'll see. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. We're rocking OBS now instead of StreamYard, so we're going to see how this goes. We had a little snafu at the beginning there with no sound.
But hey, it's us, so it's always something.
Classic, technical issues.
Yes, for sure.
Jeff gets to play Tech Master now, Marley, so I don't have to do anything besides make sure the mic's going and my computer's going. So it's lovely.
It's nice to finally be at that point where we're just like sit, talk, and do, not have to worry about 20 different things. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And thank you, Jeff, because this was his idea.
Yes, Jeff.
Streaming through OBS instead because he wanted the cool transitions and the neat looking backgrounds, and so yeah, Jeff's the one that set all this up, and because I thought about using OBS before, but it's so complicated. Well, too complicated for me. I just want to breed snakes.
Yes, that's it, right? I want to talk about breed them, not worry about all of the snafus of tech stuff.
And did you figured that out relatively easily though? Like you just had to join in and be like, here I am.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. It was just like jump in and here it was.
Cool beans. Randy.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to breeding snakes. So your pairings, most anticipated. Do you have like a top like 3? Like in what you're shooting for with them?
Yeah. I could say I have a top 3. And what's crazy is probably my top 3s are they're so different in what they are. It's not like in the same, like, you shoot for your double hats and your triple hats. Some people are going for quads. Ours are pretty simple. Lace plays a big part in it this season. Because one clutch that we're waiting for her now to kind of kick them into overdrive with the follicles. You're getting your Lace Phantom Ghosts. It proves him out. You've got Pastel kind of in the mix. And actually what's kind of funny is Pastel seems to be in a lot of things. I don't think anybody's going to be able to ever get away from Pastel. Because I swear every snake that comes into the collection recently has Pastel in it. So you shoot for that one, and then that one, it's really cool to have Phantom Lace, but it's also really cool because at the same time, you're figuring out if your male is actually Ghost along with that female. So that would be the Lace Phantom. Pastel Lace Phantom Ghosts is probably my top first one I want. And she's playing with us right now, where she'll go, like, she looks like she's going to get close enough to, like, ovulate, and then she's like, no, my follicles are going to stay right here, and this is where it's been. So you play with that one. Probably my second one, as I look through here, let's see. I'm going to say, and it's really simple, and it's only because she's probably my favorite snake in the whole collection, my big girl Medusa. So you're going to go for inchy scaleless kryptons or cryptics. Again, pastels in that. So that's probably another one that's really anticipated for me because last season she decided to take that season off. So to see her go through her cycles this season and know that it's coming, that's just one I always anticipate and want to have, is because she is an 11. For 2 years running, she's laid 11 eggs every time, every perfect, no slugs, no issues. So that one is a big one for me. And then probably a dual one for us. And we actually ultrasounded today on her, and it's going to happen. We're gonna shoot for, along with my daughter from Lucyland, we're going for full on Skellz Firefly Kryptons.
Heck yeah,
Both,
she building?
yes, actually, we ultrasounded today, and she's sitting at 12. So Ragnar will
Ooh.
go in. He will start going in this week. And the way that we do it is for 3 months consecutively. They go in there for 1 week out of each month, unless, like I said, with Sybil, she's kind of playing with us, where she kind of looks like she's going to ovulate, and then she kind of backs back down. So we continue to pair until we know the ovulation's coming. Now, my next clutch that I'm actually anticipating, very simple, very subtle, complex, but it proves out my female, which everybody, if you get a second, pray to the gravel gods, because that's what we want. We want her to be gravel. Storm is actually good. It looks like she's up in the 25s, close to and probably within the next couple weeks coming into the 30s. So she will ovulate. She's my next snake I'm watching for an ovulation. She's a yellow belly or gravel. She's been paired to my my ivory super pastels, super inchy, God knows what else is in him. Big boy. So we're actually looking for that clutches just to prove out if she's yellow belly or gravel. Granted, we would be happy with either one because we love to have yellow belly into a lot of things. But for her, I'd rather have gravel. Gravel, you know, you can do your freeways and your highways, and you can, you know, just kind of put it in total different directions. So it just depends on what that one anticipates for us. That's an exciting one. So what about you? What do you have going? Cooking,
Oh
working?
gosh. I have so many that I'm like flip-flopping around with. Because I have those two males coming in when spring hits that I ended up getting during the atypical raffle. That
Yeah.
one from Jerome, the what is he, a leopard? He's leopard yellow belly. Oh gosh, what is he? Leopard yellow belly something else. I can't remember. Possibly leopard yellow belly, I think. And then I can't remember. And then the other one from Jammin' that's het
Yep.
pied. So because I'm veering away from the normal panda pied project, and I have that mahogany black pastel possible het pied male, and I'm trying to figure out where to throw him. Part of me wanted to throw him to one of like my visual black pastel pied female, or my het pied black pastel, but I'm afraid of hitting the supers again. Well, not afraid of hitting the supers. My goal is to not hit the supers because I won't be able to tell if there's mahogany in there. I mean, the only way maybe is if they're jet black, like jet black. So I'm gonna need your help picking some stuff with that, because like I've realized I haven't put him anywhere. Like my main projects that I'm like I got this, are like where my ultra mail's going, where my het monarch mail's going, and where my banana clown mail's going. That's pretty much it. And I have a couple of females that I haven't really picked where they're going yet. But the most exciting pairing, at least right now for me, is my het monarchs, my pastel het monarch female to my het monarch male. Like, and I mean, like that's such a long shot. Like, it's 25% chance of hitting a visual. But oh my god, I'm gonna poop myself literally if we actually end up hitting one of those.
Yeah.
I'd love to have a clutch on the ground before Tinley. Like she's huge, massive. She's had 5 locks. I haven't ultrasounded her recently, so I'm betting she's thinking close. Like the one day I came and looked at her tub, I thought she was ovulating on me. I'm like, oh my gosh, if she was completely inverted upside down and was giant and swollen, but she wasn't. I was disappointed.
They get your hopes up a lot because it's like we put so much time and effort into them, and love, and then it's like they kind of jerk at your emotion training, because you're like, oh please go, and then they're like, no, it's not, no, I'm gonna do what I want, and it doesn't happen that way. So it's nuts.
And then I had to find a spot for Poe. I didn't really have like a specific project for him. I was just thinking like what would look cool, like what could make some pretty cool looking babies. And if I can get this stinking female to go for me, I've tried 2 years in a row now, and she's reabsorbed on me. Um, so we're giving her another shot here. But I'm putting Poe to the Super Mojave. So shooting for no bell, well, the least amount of bells as possible, but shooting for Mojave leopard calicos, just because they look cool.
Oh, I mean,
um,
that would be epic, actually.
yeah, yeah, nice dark, rich undertones of the Mojave with the calico sprinkled in. That'd be really, really cool.
Oh yeah.
I don't have a button that says like.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But then we are gonna. If I'm pretty sure my super cinnamon's almost the size. Um, and she's finally back on food and not being a stingy son of a gun. Um, we're gonna give the old gray matter project a shot, even though that's the super cinnamon, and I'm backing off the super black pastel stuff. But Jeff's dying to try to make some gray matters, and so am I. So I mean, we're gonna give it one go and see how it plays out. So we'll pair her to the Cindy Champagne Potshead hypo male.
That'll be epic. We'll dabble in that a little in the upcoming seasons with Gray Matters. I mean, we're gonna dabble in urban camo as well. So
Yeah, I'm pumped for that. I can't wait to see you start working with that.
That's a project. It was kind of funny. It happened at this past Henley. I had been looking and wanted one. And I love diabolical stuff that he produces with it. And I turned around and I'm coming back in, and Jason's like, "Hey, I need you to come here and look at this snake real quick." And I'm like walking over, and as I'm walking closer to Brandon Osborne's table, I'm starting to see more and more urban camos, and I'm like, "Oh God, what has he done?" I just get a huge dollar sign in my face. I'm like, "Oh," and then he goes, "No, we're gonna get into the project." And I said, "What do you mean?" And he shows me this beautiful girl, and she will hopefully be here before Tinley. If not, she will be picked up at Tinley. Beautiful sandblast girl. And then what's kind of interesting is a project that we had stated that we wanted to do 3 years ago. We actually produced this past season, which is the Super Cinnamon Albino. So I was just keeping him because it's one of those projects that you went through them being these tiny little noodles to like eggs to their own offspring. And it was like, okay, well, what are we using for? Like, where do you put him? Like, is he just going to be like, an animal that's there to show off? So we decided he was in-house made. So we're going to use him both for the Gray Matter projects and Urban Camo. So I have to get 2 more girls for his harem, as like we like to call him around here. So he'll have his set of girls to go to. And then I have a beautiful cinnamon champagne from Modern Exotics that I will end up letting him go to shoot for Gray Matters. So it's one of those things. It's exciting. It's crazy because getting into this, you get these breeding plans that you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this," and then it's like something changes or somebody sees something that they want to like achieve. Yes, you can go out and buy urban camos. Yes, you can go out and buy Gray Matters. But how cooler is it to actually produce one with one of your snakes, or a pair of them? To have them and to open your racks and go, "Wow, I created that." I mean, yes,
Yep.
my Super Cinnamon, Lauren was there. I swear we had similar clutches.
It literally was the same clutch with just cinnamon black pastel. It was weird.
It was super crazy. Ratios were the same sex wise. Both of the supers came out male and female. Both of us thought that the girls had kinks. They didn't. They've worked it out of their lives. But it's so crazy because now he's just turned yellow. He was this beautiful white snake with red eyes, and now he's just as yellow as like the sun. And it's crazy to watch them as they shed. And what's even funnier is now that his sister is Faith, Now that she's kind of picked up with the eating and she's shedding more, I'm starting to see she's starting to turn a little off color. She's not as white as she was. She, like each shed, she gets a little yellower.
She going
So,
that albino route.
Yep, she is. But it's crazy because you know, when he came out, he had like little orange sprinkles, and we're like, oh, he's so cute. That's why he got his name Powder. It's like a powdered donut. But it's, you know, when you get into doing these, it's like you never know what you're gonna get or what path's gonna go down. Like JKR, I have paint in my house. I have a visual effect, and then JKR comes out with the paint clown, and like
that thing was crazy.
It's nuts because it's like, wow, you know, we have that in the house, so it's like you work your recessive genes into it, and you hope one day just to create it, just to have it in your rack. So it's, you know, breeding's fun when things. I guess when you have your
when things go right, breeding is fun.
Yeah, when things go right, you have the fun with the breedings. When things are not so good, you kind of take a step back and go, okay, what can I do different, or what am I doing? Should I even be doing this? And yes, I have had that moment of, oh my God, maybe this is not what I thought it was going to be.
You've had a rough season.
Yeah, I'm hoping this season. I'm hoping this season changes it. I've had anything from science experiments to a male passing away and the female being gravid, and then she lays all slugs. So I've had my bad juju. I'd like some better juju.
Hey, 2022 is your year. It's gonna happen. Yeah. You got it.
That's the hope, right? You know, but you take your punches with it. You know, me and Jason, we've always said if this was an easy hobby to be a part of, there would be more people that are a part of it. So you take your good with your bad, and you stay positive in your great moments, and then when you have your bad times, you kind of learn your lessons.
Absolutely. It definitely is a hobby that brings you to your knees and makes you humble. When you think you're on cloud 9, it's like, no, that makes your knees out from under you.
It does. It does. It's one of the it's a roller coaster of a hobby, because you never know what emotion you're gonna ride for like that season, or like even, and it's not even just breeding. It's like, you know, producing your own food. You have moments that where you're like, this is never going to happen. I don't know what I'm doing. And then there's moments where you're like, okay, I've got this totally figured out. And then another curveball comes at it. But it's, you pick yourself up, you dust yourself off, you take the lesson, and you go and you make it better the next time.
Yep. Sorry, I'm trying to like write down all my males, because I'm sitting here looking at my board, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 females. I have no idea what I'm pairing to them.
That's I don't know. So I guess that brings us into a good question. Do you, or does anybody in the chat, do you guys pre-plan your breedings the prior year too, or do you wait until you're in that moment to figure out what you want to work with?
Like, I've been planning some of these for a while, but then like now that my plans with my PandaPide stuff have changed, it throws me through a loop. Like, I don't know where I'm gonna put stuff now, because all the females that I don't know what to do with: black pastel pied, albino black pastel scaleless head, black pastel het pied. All of them are black pastel. So it's like, I don't want to get rid of my breeder females, especially the black pastel het pied female. She just gave me a 7-egg clutch. She's never given me slugs so far. So like, I don't want to get rid of her. I'd love to use her in things. Right. I'm getting that male from I need to find what the heck that is. It's like pastel Enchi Woma, Dingy Woma, I think. Hang on.
I think it's pastel fire spider. No, wait, Woma, not spider.
It's Woma. Hang on, I gotta find the screenshot, because it's gonna bother me. but I can't remember what he is. Nuts. Okay, Jerome's snake was it was a pastel yellow belly leopard.
Yep.
So I'm gonna write that down before I forget about it. Yellow belly leopard. And then the one from Jammin'. Where's he at? Okay, there he is. Firefly and Chihuahua het pied. So my thought is anything het pied with the black pastel I put him to, he's up to size at that point.
Yeah.
Because I mean he's a 2021 baby. But I mean I'm not getting until spring, and if they feed him, I mean he might be close.
I might
and
be
I can start feeding
getting.
by the end of the year. I can't talking right at the same time. God, my brain. And then that I'm so pumped that I at least got a normal pied out of this clutch because he could go to her or whatever I produce out of these other possible pied combos. But then my other thought was well, do I risk the biscuit with the super black pastel one more time and try to see if the mahogany black pastel is het pied? Like put him to the black pastel pied female
See,
and
now
get
that
a higher chance.
that honestly, just so you like, curiosity kills the cat for me. So I would always be like, yeah, just pair it just to find out. Because it it's one of those things. Hey, Angie. Angie and Ozak, Jesse's in house. Love you guys. Thanks for coming. We're just having a chill Sunday live.
We're talking breeding plans and all that fun stuff.
Yeah. So I would think with that male, just out of curiosity for me is like if it works in the plan and you don't have another use for it, I'd try it. Just so you could prove out if he is the het pied. And then it's not like it's like you have a concrete yes or no versus like continuing to breed him and go, I wonder. And then it's like a little too,
Right. And I just got to get him eating. He's decided that he doesn't like food very much since he's got here. He won't take live, won't take frozen. He's just being a stubborn mule. So
it's so funny when new snakes come in and it's like, or they go out and then people will message you and be like, they're eating, and I'm like, well, sometimes I think those plane rides really do mess with them. Thank you very much. Yes. If you guys don't know, this is not my normal Mutation Station shirt. This is my son's business shirt. Let's go Pythons. This is my 8-year-old's business. Angie did his logo. Perrin did the logo, and Angie created.
It's so cute.
It is. I love it. And it has snakes do snake things on the back. So he has 3 snakes of his own. One of which has been produced by Jar, who now officially wants to eat your face every time you go to feeding. Grogu is so we have baby Grogu and we have Sandy that he got as birthday presents because he's trying to break into the snake business. So this is his Aunt Angie made shirts for all of us. So what else you got?
Well, I have an option with the Pinstripe Desert Ghost female. Because I'm going to go down either of these routes at some point. Do I pair her to the TSK Xanthic male and get double-head Xanthic Desert Ghosts? Because I'm going to go down that road of Desert Ghost Xanthic Clowns. Because if you have not seen Justin Kabilka's BPI Desert Ghost Xanthic Clown, holy crap. The thing is mind-blowing. I mean, like, obviously that's like a 10-year project, right? But, like, still. So I could put the Banana Clown to her and get double-head Desert Ghost Clowns. Or I put the TSK Xanthic male to her and get double-head Desert Ghost Xanthics. You can't go wrong either way, but it's like, what do you start with?
Personally for me, because you are working the double heads, double head Desert Ghost Xanthics to me stand out. More because there's not a lot of them that are available on the market, so to speak. There's probably tons of people that have them in their collections. But I would start there, because then you're putting yourself into a group of desert double heads that then at that point in time you can pull the clown in, and then you're going for triple head.
Right.
Or even at that point in time, a quad head. It just depends on everything that you want. So I would personally go there because, yes, clown is king and clown goes in everything. But if that's the case, clown is going to be at your hands a lot more than you having like a Desert Ghost Xanthic. So it's like I kind of weigh my options there. So I personally would do, the Desert Ghost Xanthic. Start there, and then from that clutch, whatever is produced, then hold it, hold back your females and turn around and put the clown into it at that after point, because you never know what's going to be cool out there with clown in that, and we'll just say 4-year time frame of when you've created this double head. You never know what's going to be available at that point in time. There could be something else that you could totally use faster to, jump yourself into that project of a quad head. Who knows? You could have like a clown ghost, and then you've got, or pied, or, any of the other recessives that you have, along with the Desert Ghost and the Xanthic and the clown. So then you're putting yourself into that, that area that's kind of untapped a little.
Yeah, that is true. I definitely don't see very many Xanthic Desert Ghost pets or even visuals on Morph Market at all. I think it's because everybody's like hoarding them.
They are.
Especially after JKR's video, like.
Oh yeah. And it's so crazy because me and Jason, we talked about that. Once you see somebody that is of that big status, like JKR or Billy or Always Evolving, or or even High Desert, you see them working the double heads or the triples, or they're shooting for quads. But when they come out and they say, "Oh my God, these two genes work so well together. Here's what it produces." Get ready, because within 5 minutes, that market just blew out and nobody has anything for sale.
Yep. Yep.
So.
And now here's my other kicker. So the Black Pastel Skellz head female.
Yes.
I'm not sure where I want to take the Skellz head project at this point. Do I just pair her to the mahogany male and see what happens? Cross my fingers that I get a mahogany Skellz head. Try to shoot for it like the panda pied Skellz head that I was shooting for, and with the mahogany version. Or do I put her to something else that's like a recessive? Do I put clown to her? Do I put pied to her? Do I put Xanthic? Ultramel? I've got a lot, because my plans of this clutch that I just hatched kind of made me flip my breeding plans on its head. And I'm not really sure. What are your pairing schedules?
Yeah, what are our pairing schedules?
I think you and me do it kind of similar.
Yeah, actually,
we do it like once a month. For like 2 to 3 days.
I typically Sunday is always feeding. So I typically won't drop a male in with their prospective partner until like Tuesday, and I'll take them out by Friday. If they're continuing to be locked, like I have a Cypress male, Gator. I swear to God, he will stay locked for like 72 hours straight. You can't pull him, like you have to let him finish and before you pull him out. And then I have some males that like they've locked and they're done and they're ready to, to be taken out of the tub. So yeah, I think me and you kind of run the same way. It's once a month for 3 months, consecutively around the same time frame, because dates don't always fall on the same week. Until I see an ovulation. I have some females, as we were talking about in the beginning, they're playing with me with follicles, because you'll go to ultrasound and it'll look like they're almost there, and then all of a sudden it's like the follicles kind of back off, or she's laying a weird way where it's like it's not registering to be as big as you would think they are. So I'll pair up until I know for a fact that they're in that 30 mark, with follicle growth, and I know that ovulation is coming at some point in time. Um, and then I will continue to do that. If I have to do it for 4 months or 5 months until she goes, then that's what I'll do. But I typically, the way that we've decided to breed this season is my males only get 4 females a month, because there's only 4 weeks in a month. Sometimes if you have a female that goes a little bit quicker and doesn't need to be paired again with that male, you can kind of slide a new female in for those sets, that block time. And it seems to have worked, kind of timing it. Also, watching the signs, like a lot of people will see, because a lot of people don't have ultrasounds, they'll see the bowl wrapping, or they'll go off food, or, they're moodier. I have a couple that their attitudes just completely change. You can kind of pick up on that faster now with the ultrasound machine, because you're like, oh, hey, look, she's really, really hardcore bowl wrapping. And then when you put the ultrasound on her, you're like, oh, look at those follicles. No wonder she's doing what she's doing. This season for us, I can throw it out the door that as they're building or they're getting ready, they go off food. No, every one of my females is pounding food like there's no tomorrow. This season for me, now last season I had a bunch go off food. It just kind of, for me, it depends, I guess.
Yeah, for me, it's been, I tend to, I'm not as confident with ultrasounding yet. And I haven't really actually sat down with my females probably in like 2 months, ultrasounded them. But I tend to pair the first week of every month. I'll throw the male in, because I don't have as many females that are ready to go. So I'm kind of like 1-to-1 sort of almost, except for a couple. So I try to keep a schedule to help my brain. So I usually throw them in at the beginning of the month for 3 days-ish, give or take, depending on when they're done. And then I tend to pair until either the female refuses the male, or they both are just like, nah, don't want to be around each other. The female stops eating. Or I see an ovulation. Because at that point, why?
Yeah.
No point.
It's
So,
it's done.
Like right now with my het monarchs, she just had her 5th block. But she's got to be close, because she's just massive. Like, I can't even wrap my whole hand around her anymore. Like, she's huge. She's literally probably like this. So, but she's still taking food. But that's not always a sign. Some people say some females, they'll eat right up until they lay eggs.
Yeah.
So I got no clue. She's a first timer for me, so who knows what she's gonna do. But I definitely need to take advantage of my ultrasound more than I do.
I mean,
and practice with it.
I guess because I got into the habit of like once a month with the ultrasound machine, and sometimes we cheat. Like I just did ultrasounding, and then like Jason was like, "Well, I'm gonna ultrasound a couple of girls today." It's kind of like a camera, because it's like you want to catch the ovulations. You want to know if the male needs to go back in. Because you never want to miss that window by like a hiccup. And I will tell you this with the ultrasound machines, they're great. Oh my God, they're so great. Love having them. But if you have a female snake that tenses up, she won't sit still, she moves too much, you don't get an accurate reading.
Yep.
My snakes were never used to an ultrasound machine until recently, within the last like 4 or 5 months. Now I have some that are completely okay with it, and then I have some that are like, yeah, I'm going to kill you. Because they don't want it. But it's kind of a sneak peek. You still can go off your gut instincts, even though you do have the ultrasound machine, like for some of the signs, like the bowl wrapping, or like Lauren said, where they just don't want to have anything to do with one another, is a big thing. And just looking for that ovulation, I think is like the key point, is like, that's where you're trying to get it.
Like, when the female's getting close is when she gets massive. And like this girl has been like my het monarch female, she's been slamming food. Like I open that tub and throw the rat it, and she's on it before I can even stop moving my hand forward. Like she's crazy. She nailed me in the thumb right before Tinley in October because that's what it started.
Yeah.
She went like totally ape shit for food.
Oh yeah, Randy.
You better put that ultrasound machine in a locked cage.
Actually, what's funny is nobody knows where I hide the ultrasound machine. Jason sometimes doesn't even know where it is, so he has to ask me. He's like, "Hey, where'd you hide the ultrasound machine this time?" Because like I have to like put stuff. Yeah, Randy, come to the house and see. I'm surprised he didn't. Surprised he didn't leave with my white lace clown while he was here.
Oh, did he end up coming down to see her?
Actually, no. He came. He had won Kayla's, and she Paws Het Ghost female, so he came to pick her up. Which I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Randy actually named her Kayla because we hadn't named her.
Aww.
So he came and picked her up, and then he came in and got some new blood for ASFs, like what we have that Marley brought up. So we gave him a couple of those so he could get some new blood into his ASFs. And he got a chance to come up and kind of see the new. I call it a facility, but it's not. It's my new room because there's so much new stuff between ARS racks and hatchling racks, and we've changed the whole setup. And so Randy gets a chance to come and kind of open drawers and take a look. So
yeah, I'm pumped to do that in March. I can't wait to see your stuff in person.
Yeah, I'm excited. I get excited because a lot of my close friends have actually come in and gotten a chance to see like the thing. I think the first time that I realized I kind of had a decent collection of snakes at that point in time was when Angie and Jim came, and I would like walk around the corner and they would just be in here and like opening drawers of like everything that's here. So
I mean, you know I'm gonna do that, right?
My God.
Like, you know I'm gonna be looking at
like,
snake
I
room.
would totally welcome it. Yeah, see, Randy said he's like, it's totally different than the last time I was there. It was. And Randy, I think I see Randy like maybe every 3 months. Some reason we have to like meet up with each other. He comes up and he picks up a snake or but it's a totally different setup. He actually got a chance to see the rat shed. And I think, you know, the guys are a little envious of the rat shed. I'll just put that there.
I'm envious of the rat shed. Mine are right here. I can't wait till they're not in the same room.
My kitchen is overflowing at this point.
That is the whole reason I moved the retic downstairs, is because he couldn't be in the same room. He's so food obsessed, which is great. I love it. I never have to worry about him never eating. But it's like, dude, I want to handle you when you're not eating, and I can't because you're a maniac. But he's been so great ever since I moved him out of the rat room, or the snake/rat room. But oh my gosh, I can't. I'm jelly of your rat shed.
Yeah. Actually, what's funny is when I was getting the rat shed and I was ordering it, I was actually on the phone with Angie from Jar. And I was like, hey, what do you think? And she's like, God, that's a massive shed. And like Jason, he was like trying to picture the dimensions. But the day it got delivered, he was like, God, that's a big shed. He's like, that can't just be a rat shed. He was like, there's got to. And I was like, no, we're going to, trust me, the way that this collection's going. And what's crazy is he sat down and figured it out this season. Typically, we do an average of 6 eggs. Some females go with more. Some females come with less. But I think this season, if everybody kind of plays like they're supposed to, it's 94 babies. 94. So I have to kick that stuff up for rats and ASFs, and I owe that a lot because Randy's kind of my ASF dealer, and then Marley brings me up some really pretty little ASFs. So I've got new blood in here, and then rats. They're out of control. I swear, every time you open a tab, you're like, oh, you got another litter? We just took babies from you. But it's for the snakes. And at this point in time, having as many as I do, I like producing what we're producing food-wise because I know what's going into the rats and I know what the snakes are getting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I've been having to buy frozen from Expos for the past few months because we're trying to breed more into that dwarf project with our rats. That way we have all tubs of dwarf rats. That way, no matter, like even if we have an adult male, that breeder that's ready to be, cycled off, it's not too big for our snakes.
Yeah.
So it's complicated because it's a recessive project. So I've been having to hold back a bunch of babies, and then now we're getting to the point where we're actually getting visual dwarf rats, but all the ones we have are females. So we're still trying to get a supply of those going. So I've had to go and buy frozen from expos and stuff, and I'm like, God, I remember why I don't do this anymore now. It's so expensive. Oh,
We kind of had like a call off session over, but I want to say like probably like midsummer, and then it was like all of a sudden it was like, oh my God, I gotta get frozen. I don't have enough rats to go around. I mean, I have one girl, she eats, I swear the rats are the size of squirrels. And it's like
Medusa.
yes, that girl is like, she is so massive, it's crazy. But yeah, like Randy said, my rat shed's the size of a small house. Actually, people that live here in Tennessee and in Arkansas probably could live in this thing. I can't wait to finish it out, but the weather's been crazy. Like we got snow last night, so we haven't really been working on it. But once it goes up, it'll go up pretty fast, and I'll be excited to get all of the rats out of my kitchen. Then again, I don't know what I'm going to do with that space. I'll probably get more snakes and probably have to have a rack downstairs at that point in time because this room is starting to fill up and I'm running out of wall space.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's crazy when you get into these breeding seasons with these snakes and you step back and you look at all of the hard work that you put into them, and then for them to finally to give up the golden eggs, it's pretty epic. So
Yeah. Well.
Yes, dwarf rats, Randy, and I'm gonna get some when she comes to visit me.
I can try to pull one out, but they're a little more spring loaded. They don't have the fear of heights that normal standard rats do. Like, you know how you can put a standard rat on your shoulder and they're like, oh, this is high, I'm not gonna jump off of here. Dwarf rats, they think they're Superman and they'll just go and throw themselves. So I'll pull out one of the females and I'll show you. Oh, let me see.
I need some of those. They're super cute, Randy. Yes, Kate, dwarf rats do what normal people do and put a table there. I'm not normal, Randy. I can't put a table there. It's probably be a snake rack.
Can I see you? Oh, hello. Hi, sweetie.
Yes, you need
hello.
Dwarf rats.
Don't go Superman on me.
They're super
Don't go
cute.
Superman on me. Don't go Superman.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Superman. Oh, so cute.
Adult female.
That's it.
This is an adult female. That's all the bigger they are.
They're so cute. Randy's like, I need.
She's actually doing pretty good.
Yeah. So she's like, see ya.
Yeah, she'll suddenly think, oh, I'm going. Oh, yep, see there, she's thinking about it. Yeah, but they're pretty cute. I like how small they are, and a lot of our dwarf rats are this like silver mane color.
I love.
Cool.
We finally started getting some into ours, and I'm like, oh my God, we're keeping all of these. And Kayla's like, they're psycho. I'm like, no, but we have to keep them.
You're being such a good girl. I must have picked one of the calmer ones.
Yeah, and then like Kate saying, some of those guys actually get to be smaller too, so they're cute.
Our males were even smaller. It was crazy. We had one male that's he's smaller than like a standard size male, but he's still large for a dwarf. But he's making dwarf babies. Like some of them, I'm happy. They're staying small. Like this is one of the smaller male's kids.
Randy wants
from his line.
Adults. How much do they weigh as an adult?
Well, this is an adult female, and I would base her on like the size of like a small. Adult males get to be around like, I don't know, they can vary between like a small and a medium normal rat. Depends on how like the line you're breeding, I guess, and how small they'll stay. But this is a standard adult female, and she's like the size of a small rat, a small normal rat. Oh my god, she's actually being so good.
Right?
We
You're
don't
like,
normally get them out and handle
no,
them like this because they're so
don't do
flighty.
that. Because I got one handed to me. He looked a little lethargic, and I was like, oh, he's super cute. And now, like, he's my best friend, and Jason gets grossed out because he hangs out with me all the time, and he's running across my shoulders, and he's in my hair, and he, like, comes up and kisses me on the lips, and it's like, he's, like, grossed out, so.
He's a cute Martin boy.
He is so
he's
cute.
adorable.
Actually, Kayla brought me his sister today, and she's got the same attitude as him, so I actually have his sister.
Oh,
I have to come up with a name. So Jason has named him Corky, and then I have to come up with a name for her. So yeah,
Randy, they don't get too big because even like your large females, technically, like shouldn't have like more than like a small normally, unless they're like in breeding mode, and then that's when you're like slamming food, give them as much as they want. But these guys, like it's you can give a large female like 2 of these guys, and they'll be set for the week, But I like the fact that they won't get bigger than really this, like mainly for females. The only kicker with them is they have smaller litter sizes. So like where the normal Norway rat has around, I don't know, like the average litter size is what, like 13, 14, something like that.
sometimes.
These guys normally go for around like 6 or 7 is an average size. So you'll have to have more colonies, but in the long run, you're going to have less waste whenever you go to switch around your breeders. Yeah, exactly. Small downside is small litters. So we actually haven't had a straight like dwarf to dwarf litter yet. We're actually working on those now. We have a whole tub of dwarfs. So we're hoping to see. We have like, how many females are in there? I think like 4 or 5 females are in there. And we're hoping to get litters out of them here in the next few weeks. So I can let you know then. But
Lauren's always got all the cool projects. She gets me hooked. Like, she'll get you hooked, Randy. It'll be okay. You'll be coming up to my house to get dwarf rats sooner or later.
yeah, because Nikki's gonna be getting someone's I come down to Tinley, so.
Randy and
I'm bringing
Lauren's
some
gonna
with
be
me.
at my house like after Tinley. She's gonna drive back, so she's gonna be at my house for a couple of days. So you'll have to come up from
Yeah.
Arkansas.
Randy, are you coming to Tinley?
I ask Randy that a lot. What's up, Rob? There's a troublemaker. Did you hear? Okay, if anybody's in here, guys, Rob killed it last night on the fundraiser. He has to have a dance off with us, the people, I guess whoever he chooses, or all of us. And then also he raised enough money. Rob is gonna rock some David Dukes, okay? Some David Dukes, and he's gonna be dancing. Yeah, he doesn't want to call them Daisy Dukes. He has to make them manly. So Rob will be rocking that. So he doesn't know about Tinley. Randy, you just need to go. Just carpool with
Come
all
on, Randy. Cough, cough, you're sick, come to Tinley.
Yeah, cough, cough. UPS can wait. So Rob, yeah, that was pretty epic last night. If you guys missed that.
What did the total end up?
I don't even know. I know we were up. I think we were getting pretty close to $6,000 last night. We might have went over $6,000, or we were kind of close. So I always have technical difficulties, and I never know. Towards the end, it's like it'll time out the video, and then when it comes back on, like everybody's spinning for a second on my end. It comes back, and I swear I have monsters in my ears because it's like really slow, drawn out. So I don't actually know what the total was. Yeah, Casey and Tom can't wait for Tinley. I can't wait for Tinley because we get to see.
Yeah.
I'm excited though. Last time I went up, granted, I love photos. I was super excited to have a photo with Casey, and I was also super excited to have a photo with Nick. Tom was off doing Tom things, and Jules was not there, but I did actually find out that Jules will be there at the table this time. So it'll be super exciting. And then Casey is always like, it's always fun to see Casey. And it's really even kind of cuter because Kayla fangirls about Casey, and she also fangirls about Jules. So it's going to be kind of funny for me to see that again because it was one of those moments. Kayla's like, "Do you know who that is? Do you know who we just took a photograph with?" And I'm like, "Casey and Nick." And she's like, no, that's Casey from Atypical. You would have thought Casey had been in movies or music videos, or she was just like, Kayla was like, she was like, "Oh my God, we just took a picture with her." So I'm kind of excited to see that again. And to see all of them and see everybody at Tinley. So if you guys don't know it, we're going to be in Tinley. Marley from No BS Exotic is going to be in Tinley. Angie from Jar and her whole crew is going to be there. So you guys come up, say hi. Take pictures. We love it.
And I don't have to do a whole rush trip this time.
No, you're not going to be there for like 24 hours. Yeah, I know. Randy does. No, what's so funny is I think it's the cutest thing. So Randy got us started with the ASFs and whatnot. Kayla will like pristinely have the rats and ASFs in like working order before Randy comes if she knows Randy's coming, because she's like, I need to make sure that they are perfect so he can tell me if I'm doing something wrong. So it's like the funniest thing to see her with like everybody that shows up. Yeah, I fangirl over Kayla. Shoot, I think half the snakes I got in was only with her. That kid is nuts. The things that
she's got some fire stuff coming out here in a couple of years. It's gonna be sick.
I'm telling you, she's not done. For the few of you guys on here, she is not done with the Billy challenge. She still has $2,000 to spend with Billy. So you guys have not seen the end of her Billy snakes that are in here, but I'm telling you what she has already from him. It blows my mind.
That male, holy crap! That male, I don't even. Oh, what is he? He's the freeway.
Something. Loki is a super pastel
Loki
freeway.
that. Oh my God! No, but what picture she took of him?
Ooh. You know what's so funny about that? She came in the room, so she took that picture. Because if you guys have noticed, the holidays are over, so she's not doing like the holiday theme. She's kind of going back to just the basics of the snakes and the photographs. She will come to me with like 5 pictures, and she's like, I just don't like the way his head's looking in this, and I don't want to Photoshop it too much. And I'm like, whatever angle you put on this snake, he's gonna be sexy. So just like put up whatever photo. So and you guys don't understand. I have had to like employ her to take all of my snake photographs because she goes hardcore in it and like gets it like the right shots and stuff. But I can't wait for you to actually see her pastel enhancer male. Now he is like, hands down, he's
getting better.
He gets better.
Getting better and better.
And, yeah, Randy saw the enhancer in the freeway. Yeah, Kayla, I can't keep up. Like, I can't keep up with her. I think that's why I buy more lace stuff, because I'm like, she ain't got lace. I got lace. What's up now? Yes, she has a super pastel inchy freeway, Rob, is what she got from Billy. That is Loki. If you go to her Instagram, he is actually, I think the most recent photograph, or one of the most recent photographs that she put
bonkers. He's literally like white with yellow stripes. He's crazy.
Everybody ate tonight, or I would pull him out. Just check out her Instagram or message her. She'll send you pictures of him. Yeah, he's when we saw him, shoot, he had just come out of the egg at Billy's facility, and he was like more on the purple side. But when he got here, he's like electric yellow. And he's just amazing.
What's that mean, Rob?
I know, right? 12. She's 12, Rob. She's 12.
Yeah.
She's got an Ultramel pet cryptic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put that one to rest.
Like, I'm imagining where she's gonna be in like 5 years. Just 5 years when she's 17. Can you imagine Like, she's probably going to be making 6 figures at 17. It's going to be insane. She's going to have her college paid for just from doing snakes. It's going to be nuts.
Well, it's not just that. It's like to watch a child at her age with the dedication and the drive that she has, the commitment behind it. I mean, you guys, a lot of people don't know it. Like, all of her photographs are done off of her cell phone. She has her photograph mentor, which is DNA. He actually spoke with her while we were at Tenley and gave her a bunch of great advice. She dives into every part of this, and it's crazy because I remember when we first got into this about 5 years ago, Jason sitting down with like a piece of paper and like showing her like the sequencing of like, okay, if you put this to this, one copy goes here, one copy goes here, and this is what you're gonna get. I remember then sitting down for hours at a time just going over genetics. And now to see her and like Jason, here is this 42-year-old man and here's this 12-year-old girl, and they literally will go off of each other like, okay, well, what should we do with this? Or what if we see this? It's like I'm in a constant snake conference all the time in my house because they all have ideas. And it's
You're living the dream, like, honestly.
actually,
Just kidding. Like, I had to teach him. That's been fun.
Actually, what's funny is Kate said she won't have to go to college. Actually, she wants to go to college. She wants to be an exotic vet. A lot of people don't know this. That kid's a straight A student. Straight A student. She plays in the band.
She's whip cracking smart.
Yeah, like, she's like it's like the nuttiest thing. Yeah, I'm waiting.
I always said when I talk to Kayla, I don't feel like I'm talking to a 12-year-old. No. I feel like I'm talking to like a 21-year-old. Like, that's got her life going for her. And she's about to graduate college and she knows where she's going. Like, Kayla has such a maturity about her. Like, it's crazy.
It's kind of at times like we did it this past Christmas. Normal 12-year-olds, when you get them presents, it's like electronics or it's they want something crazy. It's like when you look at what the toys are for a 12-year-old, you're like, well, that's not gonna work for her. Because it's like she's already like way out there. I mean, it's like this year she got like cell phone lenses for her cell phone to take different angles of photographs, and a photograph printer that she can print from her phone, so she can actually print 4x6s of her pictures. That's where my brain has to go. She got Crocs because her spider mother Marley talked her into Crocs because they're so comfortable. So now, I kid you not, she goes to school. It can be like completely cold. She's in Crocs because she's like, they're comfortable. It's not a fashion statement. They're just comfortable. I'm like, okay.
Hey, Kate, she would help you if you asked for help.
Oh my God. If you ask that kid, she is like all about snakes. I kid you not. She goes to school with her cell phone. She puts it on airplane mode when she's in school, but she like literally as soon as she's out of school, she's answering questions. She's she's giving people like photo tips and I mean, it's like, it's crazy. I just sit back and I'm like, God, I'm gonna be in trouble when she's like 18 and she's already got like a compound and a facility and she's got like 12 cars and I'm like, my snakes need to breed faster.
She's gonna bring us all to live together on this compound, right? Like the whole snake.
She is actually in the band. She's not in a marching band. So what they classify it, Rob, in her middle school is like beginner band because it's like their first year.
It's like concert band.
Yeah. She will actually be in actually next. I think it's actually next year if she stays with band, and she seems to love it. Actually, what's funny, I will actually have it videotaped when they decide to do it. Her and Jason. So Jason he has powers to play the guitar and all kinds of fun things. They are teaching themselves the Mandalorian theme song, and then they're gonna play it together. So he'll actually be on the guitar, and she'll actually be playing her Euphonia together. So I will videotape this because they're teaching this to themselves without like knowing like the progression of it. And she's like way further than what they teach her in band by what she's doing. So Yes, go ahead, Kate. Message her or message me, or I'm totally like run it past her. She'll give you her honest opinion about a lot of stuff. The kid is she's a whip, man. She's just
She thinks outside of the box. She doesn't think like normal pairings anymore. She's like, yes, full on Skellz, Kryptons, all that fun stuff. Like crazy freeway combos. Like, she doesn't think just like normal things anymore. She's, I mean, 12 years old and she's already like, let's go.
I mean her
So
Angie, which is her Aunt Angie. They call her the savant. I you know so
she really is.
it's crazy. And what's funny is Rob said he's like, I'd be borrowing those mails. Rob, see, here's the problem. This is what we did. We taught her the business side of everything. So if you borrow one of our mails, it's either a first pick or a split clutch. Yeah, if we borrow her mail, she's going to turn the business around on us and be like, okay, it's either a first clutch or a split clutch. Like she's going to lay her ground rules with it because we have taught her that business side of it. A lot of the pairings that you guys have seen, if it's a female or it's a male that she uses from us, there's always a deal behind it. Sometimes she gets the better end of the deals, but it's crazy. Yeah, breeder loans. I'm telling you what, the kid just get ready. She is. I'm so scared of what's coming.
Yeah.
She's going like actually probably in the next 6 months, guys. She's gonna have her firefly spot nose, 100% het clown, 100% het cryptic female will actually be going to our Krypton male. That's scaleless. Actually, she's going for full on firefly scaleless Kryptons this season. Like 12 years old. That's where she's going.
It's crazy. I can't wait to see what those look like. It's gonna be ridiculous. Those things are probably gonna be neon bright, crazy pattern. Like it, I'm pumped.
It's crazy to sit here and me and you get a chance to talk about breeding pairs, but like I sit here and I look at her females and then I look at the males that she has and like what she got from Billy and like kind of where she's going with this. I mean, she's got asphalt, she's got freeway, she's got enhancer, she's got the one that she got from Billy, and I have not seen any other that have ever been produced, but she's a cinnamon leopard 100% head enhancer female. Like you don't see those combos very much, and she's sitting in the wrap.
She has that ultra male female she picked up at Tinley. That's what 66% head cryptic.
No, we found out she's gonna end up being. She's probably 100% because she has all the markers for the cryptic. So yeah, we started comparing her to like the visuals here at the house, and she's got the vasine, and then she's got ultramel, and she's gonna put into cryptic, and I'm just
that's nuts.
Yeah, I'm telling you. And you know what's crazy? Her taste. I've watched her kind of refine the taste of like what she wants to do, and she has a certain thing she's going for. She taught me and Jason something this season. So she has a beautiful spider female that produced her first clutch last season. And it's like, okay, it's spider. What do you do with it? She's just a single gene. And so we're kind of running through our males. And she's like, well, I'd love to put Ragnar to her, which is the Krypton, the cryptic. And I was like, well, he's kind of booked. He's got a couple females. He's a little booked. Like, we can push it off. She goes, no. And so we have a beautiful Inchy Mojave Cypress 100% head ghost male that we just got in. And she pulls it up out of nowhere. And turns around and she shows us spider with cypress. It does nut stuff. And me and Jason were like, how did we not know this? Like, where was this? And so now she's doing that pairing, and we're like, what? I was like, what is this? It's crazy to, we learned lessons from her. She's not one of these kids. She doesn't have a ton of friends. She has a couple. She has one friend, that is like super obsessed with coming over to the house because she wants a snake so bad, but her mom won't let her. The dad would totally let her in a heartbeat. So they come over, but it's funny because her social study teacher knows what she does. Apparently, this past week, she gave the social studies teacher a lesson on Morph Market, showed her what Morph Market is, broke it down like businesses, and was like showing all the Morph Market pages. And then she's like, everybody in the school knows she has tarantulas or snakes, and it's kind of funny to see.
I mean, compared to like where she was, God, last year when like her goal was just to make bells. Like at how far she's come and like how much she's broadened her horizons and where she sees herself going with all of this. Like it's not like so much Bell Project stuff anymore. It's like the freeway stuff. It's Enhancer. It's cryptic stuff. It's Krypton. She's now diving into Ultramel. Like it's nuts. This kid is crazy. Like
I think she
she
kind
knows
of like
what she wants.
she
And
loves
she's
the
gonna go
bells.
for it.
But, she got a chance this season to produce her own bell. And I think after she produced Cloud, I think she was like, okay, I did the Lucy Land thing. I got one. I'm good. And now it's like, yeah, like the Ultra Snows. I mean,
Yes.
it's crazy to see. But that's when what's funny is
I got plans to work for those this season. I got compared my Xanthic to my pastel, super pastel Xanthic.
Yeah.
You know, my pastel Ultramel. So we gonna have some double het Ultramel Xanthic this season.
It's nuts. For real.
Yeah.
Just, and then it's like we sit here and we talk about breeding plans, but then it's like you see the growth in everybody every year, and to actually have her in the house and watch the growth and the development. And you guys, what's kind of cool is you guys get to see her grow with her collection and like everything that she's doing, because you guys get a chance to follow her. And it's like I'm totally scared for like when she's 16, because you know about that you get your first job and you get like your beater car. She's like, no, I'm just gonna have an F-350 rolling up on 35s. I'll be fine. I'm like, oh, okay. Can we talk about dwarf rats again?
What do you want to talk about dwarf rats, Randy?
What do you want to know, Randy?
Picked up a pinhead Ultramel adult female a few days ago. Individual Ultramel boy as well, leopard Xanthic. Oh yeah.
Pretty good.
There you go.
That's a good pairing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely when I'm going to Tinley, I'm looking for Ultramel stuff, looking for Blackhead stuff. I mean, Jason's gonna put me on the right track here because my whole collection's like black pastel everything. So like, I really need to like hammer down and like look at my stuff and be like, all right, I gotta get rid of some stuff. I gotta make because I have one spot, Nikki, one spot left in this hatchling rack. One. That's it.
Let's see. I have 5, which are Kayla's, and 1 hatchling rack, and the rest of it's empty. And then I have another hatchling rack that hasn't even been taken out of the box yet. But what's scary is with this season, I'm probably gonna have to order 2 more.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to order a couple.
Is ready for this. This got me scared. My whole ARS female rack is completely full.
I'm jelly.
That's not even the grow up rack, which I have. God, there's so many of them in that rack. Like, I'm gonna have to feed them over to the boys rack because I don't have as many breeder males at this point, because we have like selective males that we have in here. Mm-hmm. I don't know, it's scary because then it's like I look at this room and I'm like, could I get another rack in here if I needed it? And I'm like, I guess I'll have to figure that out. And I keep telling Jason, I'm like, yeah, probably in the next 3 years, we're probably going to have to move to another house because I don't have a big enough room for this.
Well, hey, you're going to be making bank with lace stuff at that point. So you'll be able to afford house.
I hope so. I'm very, and if you guys didn't get a chance to talk about lace with us, Marshall Law, the king of lace, as he likes to not be called, but he is,
he is the king of lace. God, the stuff he was showing us that day. Holy.
If you guys didn't get a chance to watch that video, go back and watch it. Marshall was throwing, like, that was the most epic video to sit down and talk lace with him, and everything he pulled out was just gorgeous. I have a lot of lace in my project. I don't have as much variety as he does.
You made him drool with that white lace clown, though.
Okay, so that's the only thing I have in my life right now that I can say commercial law doesn't have. I have one of those. He has everything that I have. So my white lace clown, yeah, you have her. I will say it's kind of epic to know, like, it kind of made him drool. But like everything he was pulling out, I was like, God, I just want that in my collection. I actually do have.
Did I just light a fire under your ass, Randy, with the dwarf hat?
Yeah. Yes, it is. It is his. Yes, he has a thing for dwarf rats. It's his new thing now that he's seen it.
They're adorable. I mean, I like how small they stay, just because they're cute. Like, they got the big ears and the tiny bodies. They're cute.
They're cute,
But they're also functional for the snakes. Like, they don't get too big.
So see, that's now Randy's gonna be like, he'll be like, so when's Lauren coming? You got dwarf rats? He'll be up here like as soon as he possibly can.
Randy, I hope I have enough at that point that I can split between you and Nikki if you decide to come hang out for the day.
No, I'm telling you, Randy will be up here in a heartbeat. He came up and it was funny. It was really funny. He came up and he was just coming up to get a snake, and I was like, no, here's some ASFs. Here's some rats. Here's like 4 more colonies worth. Take this.
I need ASFs from somebody.
Randy too bloodline too. So
all my females went psycho crazy and killed all the males, and I have like 6 females left. Because we had to, like, when we moved here, we had to call down like our rats and our ASFs just to get them moved. And we were like, oh yeah, it won't be a problem. They'll start breeding. They'll breed again once we get them set up. Nope. They wouldn't start breeding again, and then the females went psycho killer, and we have no males. We went to an expo today in the fleeting hope that they would have ASFs there to sell. And the person that was there selling ASFs only like pre-order, like they do pre-orders for them. They don't actually bring like a whole tub of them. And they had 1 juvenile male that was available. 1. So I was like, can I just get that?
Hey, Michaela, look, he's now bargaining. He's like, I'll trade ASF for dwarf rats.
Hey, I'm game. I need ASFs. Oh god.
And I love doing that. Like,
I will never feed mice to my snakes again. Never.
I will say this:
never.
If he told me something like when he comes up, I need to have like extra like transport tubs ready for him to go, because like I felt bad. I was like, yeah, we'll just piece this tub together. And Jason's like screwing holes in the bins and the rats are underneath of it, so they had like breathing, so Randy could go back, because we weren't anticipating like, you know, his sending rats and ASFs with him. So
I guess we need to bring tubs with us down to Tennessee or down to Tinley.
Probably.
We'll head back to Tennessee.
Yeah, it's gonna be. We're gonna have so much fun. It's you know, I get excited. I'm excited for you guys to come, you and Jeff, and to hang out. And then I'm excited for us all to be at Tinley. Jason.
Oh my God, yes.
I think that's Jason's signing moment is Tinley, because it's like we all put him on a mission to go find something. So it's you know, we have fun with it.
Oh, by the way, Nikki, Houdini's sister shut out.
How big is she?
Look how teeny.
She's so teeny.
It's this light is not doing me justice here. Hang on a second.
Is that her actual like litter mate sister, or is that the one that just hatched?
That just hatched. It's not clutch mate. It's like same pairing, so technically her sister. But there we go. That's better.
Oh my God,
not
she's
focused.
Now I wonder if she's gonna do like Houdini did. Houdini has 2 freckles that have showed up as she's gotten older because her dad is freckled. So I wonder if she's gonna do that like she did.
Yeah. I'm wondering too. She's so dark. Like, she's so dark. But she's solid white from that saddle on. But I was so excited when I checked in the tub today and she had shut out, and I was like
oh, thank you. Thank you, Miss Linda, for the
hi, Mom.
Yeah, we love the new logo. We were super honored to have had it created. She just honestly, it shows both the snakes. It's so much detail, and for both of the Lego snakes. So
Yeah, it worked out really well. I'm happy that because I was looking on Fiverr and stuff, and I was like, I don't like any of the styles that I'm seeing on here. Like, it's not
it's
nothing's really lighting my ass on fire, you know. Like I nothing that like fits our style, you know. And then I remember I was like, wait, we were talking to MJ a while back.
she had done
So
this mock up. We just didn't have it. She just had
yeah,
snakes, and we're like, oh my god, we have
back
to
in
have that.
January of last year.
You guys actually, what's funny is you guys are going to see stickers very soon.
I ordered some.
Yeah. And you guys will see shirts, and you guys will probably see cups, and yeah. So we're excited
We
about.
gonna do some raffle stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna do some raffles. We're gonna be giving away some stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
don't know
guys
how
are
much
getting
we're
this. So what's funny is you guys are actually getting this storm that came through here, and Rob was just talking about it. Like I guess he drove to work, and then they told him he had the night off because of the snow. I was expecting like they were saying like 2 to 4 inches for us. Like I woke up this morning and I'm like, well, what's this? This isn't 2 or 4 inches. I'm like, well, and Jason's been on call all weekend, and he was like, oh my god, the roads are gonna be so bad. He's like, no, actually they're not. And then the sun came out and melted it all away. So I guess that's still.
Yeah, like I will be shocked because they were the last time I checked, they were predicting 6+ inches.
Yes,
here.
That's what I heard.
And then it was funny because at work on Friday when I came out for lunch break, they were saying like 12 to 16 inches, and I went, what? And it's luckily it's changed, but I will be surprised if we get more than 6 inches because I don't know. The past few times they've tried to predict the weather here, they've gotten it slapped in their face like you're wrong. It's less.
Well,
so
it was so funny because that a couple of weeks ago they were calling for like this crazy snowstorm, right? And like everybody around here was like running to get milk and water and like all the food and stuff like that, and like it came through and it was nothing. And
everything, all the freezer, like the freezer section at Walmart was totally empty.
Yeah, and I'm just like, so it's crazy. Like the weatherman never gets it right. And then when they're like, oh, it's not going to be that bad, or it's not going to, that's when it's like 12 feet. Oh.
My mom says 5 to 12 again here, so that'll be, I don't have my winter tires on.
Lauren's like, yes, I love it when it snows. Go Pennsylvania.
Oh, God. Can I move to Tennessee? Although my mom might kick my ass.
Come on. I mean, seriously, I can't promise it's going to be any better. Like, we have a lot of tornadoes. I was actually on the phone with Tom and one night, and the tornado alarms were going off.
That's my biggest fear is tornadoes. Like, hurricanes, I can handle. Tornadoes scared the ever-living shit out of me.
I don't like the hurricanes. The tornadoes are not bad. It's kind of funny when you travel around through Mississippi and through here, you can see like the open patches where a tornado's gone through and there's nothing. When you drive around on the road.
And that's my mom, Rob. She's in Pennsylvania.
That's
Western PA.
That's Lauren's mom.
That's my mama. But yeah, so I don't know. We'll see what we get with the snow. That'll be interesting. And trying to drive around with no winter tires.
Oh no.
We tried yesterday to get an appointment somewhere to get, winter tires put on, but because finding out last minute, because I don't watch the news, that this snowstorm was gonna go through, and we didn't make an appointment anywhere, and everywhere closed at noon yesterday, and we were like, "What? We're screwed." So is an interesting time.
Yeah, I remember that, Rob. Actually, I was on the phone and they had one touchdown where my FedEx is, and they showed it, and then it was directed coming right for us. I
oh my.
Jason get up and he was like, what? We'll just lay here and we'll see what happens. I'm like, get up and get downstairs. So, yeah, it's we're so bad. And then he's like laughing at me. So if you guys don't know my husband, he has a sense of humor. I have 7 boas now, and there's one boa that she's absolutely gorgeous, love her to death, and she's completely fine with me and Kayla. I don't know what Jason did to her one night. He said he was getting her clean water. And all of a sudden it's like she flipped the boa switch and she went to like hissing and like ready to kill him. So now it's really funny because if I open the tub, she's fine. If Jason opens the tub, she flips. And I'm like, what did you do to her? So he's like, go get all the snakes, all 100 of them, and put them in one bag. And then, but Snickerdoodle can stay here. And I'm like, yeah, no, I don't think that's going to happen. There's not a big enough, pillowcase for that. What's up, Eric? There's another winner from last night.
Eric. Yeah, he made out like a bandit last night, too.
Yes, he did. Him and Rob, I'm really excited, you guys. I get a chance to do a lot of cool tumblers. And this time with this one, I got a lot of new people that I got a chance to not like my normal people, and I get a chance to do it. I get to make Rob another tumbler, which I absolutely love, because it's colors I love to work with. And then like Eric has me doing one, and it was really epic too, because Eric and Rob actually got the first Iron Dog, Chris, because Chris has cancer, so I'm making cups for him.
Eric says put them all in a bag and send it to him.
Dude, here's the problem, Eric. I have one female. She's like 10 pounds by herself. She needs like.
She sends the white lace to me.
Yeah.
The white lace clown.
Yeah, that's the way it is, because they test the alarms on Wednesday around us. So, but it's like I get a chance to do the cups for Chris, and Rob was the next person besides Chris that actually got the cup I did. Like, he was the first one to get the order because he's only in Kentucky, so it went a little faster. But it's like the support for all the tumblers and getting a chance to do those and then doing them for Chris. Eric actually purchased one today of Chris's, and I'm making him one. You guys are phenomenal for what you guys do for that. Hey, Benji. And it's just like, you guys rally around this community, and watching last night and seeing it last night and seeing the love and like the stepping up, like Rob and his, hey, I'll dance off with the girls, or I'll wear Daisy Dukes. I think we even got up to like, he was going to tie Keys' shirt in like an 80s knot and like dance. And then I think at one point in time, he was going to strut around Tinley and the Daisy Dukes if it got to a certain point.
I'm so sad it didn't.
So I mean, like, it's gonna be interesting. But you guys come out in force with all the support that like all of you guys show for all of us. And it was a sight to see last night, because my Saint sister lost her grandfather that morning. And then she put on her strong face, and she showed up for her fundraiser, and she killed it, and everybody was there, and they were killing it. So it was something. Yeah, I'm not lying. Like, they would need a wooden box. Some of these big girls, I'm telling you.
Yeah. Hey, that dance off was a great idea. I can't believe you.
Oh, dude, they're not Daisy Dukes. They're David Dukes, okay? They're manly. Rob doesn't want. They're David Dukes, okay? David Dukes. That was all Rob's coming up with that one. So
we got corrected on that.
I did. Well, no, I had to, because Rob was like, no. He's like, Daisy Dukes are too feminine, so we're gonna call them David Dukes. I think this is gonna be epic to see this happen. I don't know who he's dancing off with at this point. I'm hoping he picks Danny, because Danny brings some like heat with the dance moves. If you guys haven't seen the reels, go check the reels out. They're all funny. We laugh and have a good time. And today has kind of been a slow day with the reels. Yes.
You had a late.
I did. Yes, and he's got to tie up that shirt. I mean, he's got to tie that up.
Wait, did we get to the point where he was gonna wear a Key shirt?
I think we might have. We might have gotten to it. I'm gonna have to, reach out to some people. make sure. I mean, Chris, Iron Dog is Rob's manager, so like all I got to do is put a phone call in, and we could probably get that pulled. What's up,
Chris,
Chris?
hello.
I'm excited. Hey, I haven't seen it. The green tree python, all his little setups here now, so I just got a
Ooh.
weather, and then Pistachio will be here. Super exciting.
Yeah, I'm pumped too. I've got my own arboreal species coming in the spring too, and I got that. Oh my God, Nikki, I'm telling you, that enclosure we found, it's huge. I've never seen an Exoterra that big.
That's awesome. Yeah, Eric's
Yeah.
yeah, with us and the reels. Yes. We kind of do it to it. Now, Eric, I'm just gonna let you know, I wake up to the reel challenge every day from Danny or my Saint sister or Casey. So I never know who's gonna do it. Yes.
The Palmetto's corn snake pass for military morphs. No.
Yeah. Confetti. She got on the live this morning and tears. It passed away. They went in to do their morning checks, and I think they found him. So Kayla's she had a loss. So if you guys haven't reached out and give your condolences to that, please do that.
Dang it.
That
stinks.
It's gonna be some real Fabio, not Fabio.
No, Keisha, everything gets 6,000. Dang it.
So we're not gonna see that, but we will see the Daisy Dukes. The David Duke. Sorry, excuse me, Rob. Let me clarify that one. Yeah, and I can't wait to get Pistachio either. I kind of got a little bougie. Chris turned me on to like his perches, so I got some black and gray perches made. Like Chris has the red ones, so it'll make him stand out because he's very green with some blue. So we're excited to have him. No, I will not be breeding green tree pythons. This is the snake. This is the first snake Jason ever saw at a Repticon. And he's like, oh my God, I want one. And I was like, oh my God, I don't want the teeth. So for Christmas, I saw that Chris had him for sale, and I reached out, and I'm thankful he's coming here to the house. I also, I don't think you know this, I got another boa coming too from Brandon.
Ooh,
she is actually Citron. So if you guys had followed me a couple months back, I lost my first boa to leukemia. It is crazy. Actually, it's nuts. Not what you expect to get back on a necropsy to find out that your snake has leukemia.
Yeah, so bizarre.
It was nuts. So I actually, I'm getting his sister, and she actually, and I look at the beauty of animals. I don't look at like blemishes or anything. She actually has one eye. But she is, she's gorgeous. I can't wait to get her because all 7 of the boas I have right now are actually from Brandon at Boston Boas. I'm looking forward to breeding. I have one male as of right now that does not have a partner. Everybody else has their partners that are in here. And I'm excited about it. Jason's not looking forward to live birth, but I am because I don't have to do anything. Yeah, and Chris told me too. I don't have to worry about Pistachio's teeth because he's really chill. Like he's just like whatever, and he's an adult male. So I'm super excited to have him. He's actually going in our living room in his setup, so he's kind of our show snake. He'll be in there with my bougie dragon and my 2 geckos that you'll never see. It gives us that, and we're excited. Chris has walked me through learning a lot about the GTPs, so I'm excited. Super excited.
Someday. That's a dream snake for me someday too. They're freaking beautiful. Oh my God.
I was really, it's so funny because, so my husband is an elevator mechanic and he hangs out with a bunch of guys and the guys know him as like the snake guy. And one day he was at lunch and he was like, yeah, he's like, my wife got me this. And they're like, what is it? And the first picture he pulls out to show them is the yawn one with the teeth from the green tree pod. And they're like, you're going to own that? And he's like, yeah, that's what I'm owning.
Oh, Michaela, geez. I'm so sorry. That sucks. Oof. That is a rough day.
my goodness, yes, for real.
Oh gosh.
Yeah,
Incubation.
that's
Yeah.
bad. Yeah, like Eric says, no incubation, no cutting, live births. It's awesome. If only yeah, if
Just a
only
little messy.
yeah, if only we could teach the ball pythons to do this, I would be totally excited with that. Yeah. So Chris just put his pistachio as an ROX. I'm not gonna talk about it. So
Oh.
mostly RO, and he's gorgeous. I mean, he's oh my god. Chris sent me his baby pictures over the progression of him changing into his color now, and he was
What
like,
phase was he as a baby?
Actually, let's see. Let me see if I can find him. Chris will probably find him faster than I can.
I see green trees at all the expos and stuff that we go to occasionally, like the main one down in Pittsburgh that we go to. And every time I see one, I look at Jeff and I'm like, oh, I want one so bad.
It's exciting for us, and I'm super excited that we're getting him from Chris because he's a well-established snake. And he, you know, he has his rhythm, and like Chris has walked me through. So actually, here it is. So this is what he looked like as a baby.
Oh, is he a yellow phase?
He was a yellow phase, and then he kind of went into like his little lime greens, and then that's it, and this is him now.
Oh, he pretty boy.
I can't wait to get him, and I love his name. His name is so fitting, for real. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, Burns and retics, I would be like watching Jay from Prehistoric Pets pulling giant retic clutches with those females and how big they are, and they're snapping at them. I'm like, I don't think I will ever breed retics. I love my retic. I can't wait till he's big. It's gonna be cool, but I don't think breeding retics will ever be in the cards for me. Super dwarfs, I would get into because they don't get bigger than like a ball python, but certain localities. But like, I don't think I'd ever do a mainland retic breeding. You know.
They're calling out. They're calling out. He's an Ohio State's fan. Yes, he does get around. You guys will see him in a lot of chats and a lot of YouTubes. But Chris is a wealth of knowledge, guys. That I'm telling you.
I love listening to him talk about carpet pythons.
Oh my gosh, yes, and his setups. Oh my god,
yeah.
the setup he has for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When he goes live and he's doing his cleanings and stuff, and I get to watch and like see him talking about the carpet pythons, like, oh, it's so cool. I love carpet pythons.
His lives when he does them and he's just in there cleaning, like it's educational to hear him talk about stuff. For real, like it's crazy, and then to meet him in person too. Like I got a chance to meet him in Schaumburg and get a photograph with him. Like he's a tall, like when you look at it, he's tall. Like seriously, you don't expect it like when you see him doing his videos, but then when you see him, I'm like, oh wow, you're super tall. And he's just the nicest person. So if you guys ever have carpet pythons or tree pythons or questions, like reach out to Chris. He's a wealth of knowledge. He has walked me through every step of getting pistachio stuff like together and what to get and how to do it. And I'm just excited for that. So
should we talk to the snakes? Hey, we'll do it, Chris.
like guys, like children. I won't lie. I don't know if Tom and Casey are in here. Casey was funny. They had a snake that she was due to lay, and I think she was like a couple days. And Casey kept going, I just wanted to lay the eggs. So Casey goes and opens a rack, and I can't get my females to do it and be like, lay your eggs now. So apparently I said this, and like within like the next day, the snake is like laying eggs. She's like, you made her lay eggs. I was like, no, that was her. She was ready to let him go. That was not me. So. Does he have dwarf rats? I don't know.
Does he have dwarf rats? Randy's flipping out. He needs dwarf rats. Did I throw my drink? Oh no, it's right here.
Yeah. Hey Eric. Yeah. There's never nice words for some of my snakes. Some of my snakes, yes, there's nice words, and then other ones, I don't know. They probably think it's interesting for them. Yes.
I have my super cine female. She's just like the living spawn of Satan. Like ever since she was a hatchling, she's just hated my guts. Just hated my guts. Anytime I touch that snake, she looks like she's gonna fire off at me, and she just stiffens the board. No matter how much I handled her, no matter how often she was worked with, she's still the same. I could pull her out right now, and you'd see how tense she is. Like she's actually popped at my face multiple times because she's such a shit.
Yeah. Casey's like, she's in here. She's like, within 24 hours, Nikki yelling at her, she laid. She's like, I yelled at her for like a week and nothing, and then I yelled at her, and then there's the Godfather himself. Chris is in the house.
I don't clean the ones that make me cuss on camera.
I know, right?
I call them little shits when they do that.
Oh yeah, Eric's like, he's like, no, that was definitely Nikki. She came in that live and scared the dude. I'm sorry. I was just like watching it, and it's like I was like, oh my god, the whole time I'm trying to get on, and I was just like, we're gonna get this fundraiser, and we're gonna turn it on its head, and we're gonna get stuff rolling, and I was just like, I just came in there, so I apologize if I scared the poop out of you, Eric. That's my old military bounty hunter like voice. I only use that voice when people really make me mad.
Nikki just had to get her crap going. She's like, I had to crack the whip. I had to get them going. We had to get rolling. Let's go.
They were doing great, but it was like it was too many working parts, and they were and I was like, no, let's do this.
That's funny, Rob. You scared the ovulation out of her and fast forward the days.
You know what's messed up? I wish I could scare the ovulations out of mine. At this point,
you want to scare the ovulation out of my het monarch? She's right here. Right here.
It was dead.
Oh gosh. Oh, I didn't see Chris joined in. Hello, Chris.
Yes,
Chris from Iron Dog.
I don't. Chris in the house. He showed up. Yeah, sorry guys.
Remind me not to piss Nikki off.
Wait, I paid Chris, but I'm going to request $1 billion from him, just so you know, Nikki. Okay, Eric, that's cool. You guys are so bad. I'm not that bad.
It is stuff like 100 times.
Yeah, no offense to the girls, like Rob said, they just didn't know how to run it. Yeah, they didn't. Definitely need organization. You guys don't understand. These fundraisers,
they're hard.
God, they're hard.
It's a lot of moving parts.
It is. It's a lot of moving parts. It's a lot of, I don't know.
Relying on technology.
It's a lot of weight on that. It's a lot of making sure like you're keeping up with like who wins, and like if somebody wants to respin, I have to give them credit. Like I give her husband the best credit. The spreadsheets that he was doing and how he would like roll the prize out and the thing, and then he could drop the box down. Cool. That was really cool.
That was really cool. I don't know how he did that. And I looked at Jeff and I said, God, I wish we would have figured out how to do something like that. That was amazing.
That was.
I don't know how he was doing that on StreamYard, because I couldn't find a setting to do something like that besides sharing the tab on Chrome.
And they do the fundraisers. It takes a lot. And if you're not like, not that I'm a seasoned vet, but like we've done so many of them, and they've been to such a big scale of like stuff. There's a lot that goes on behind it. There's a lot of stress. There's a lot of like hurry up and like have madness like right before you go on, and then it's like, oh my god, you're already panicked, and you're like, oh my god, what else is gonna go wrong? And then a camera doesn't do something, or somebody doesn't do this, or and they are exhausting. Trust me. I think I took like a whole week off to mentally like calm down.
Yeah, God, I think I slept so good that night. I went to bed and I just crashed.
Yeah, Jason, he likes it when I finish fundraisers because he's like, you're not on the phone all the time. But then again, I'm still on the, I'm still on the phone all the time anyway, because I'm either on the phone with Casey or Jess or Danny or you or Marley or God knows who else. Chris. I talk to Chris like 4 or 5 times a day. Yeah, it's just it's crazy. It is exhausting.
Venom King's about to go live in 10 minutes. I don't think I've heard of them.
I've never heard of him, so that might be one. We've gotten sidetracked from, the breeding plans, but we were just going to sit here and talk with you guys. Like, seriously, we love when you guys stop in. Plus, we wanted to do a live showing off all of our new upgraded popular stuff.
Yeah. And it's kind of like, in a way, like, we wanted to, like, get a test run in a way out there, too, with the OS and seeing how that all runs, and Jeff getting his boots on with that, because he's I don't know, this is new for him too. He's never really done streaming or anything like this before, so we're learning together. We're all learning together.
I like it this time because StreamYard, I found this out yesterday because I kept yelling at Jason. I'm like, something's wrong with this iPad. I can never hear anybody, and I don't get it. And he Googled it, and there's actually a software problem with in Safari, and it'll actually kill the volume for you. They know about it, so I was excited to do this test run with you and kind of do what we're doing this way, and also to see kind of what Jeff comes up with for our backgrounds and all of our cool stuff.
He was showing me stuff tonight. He found a website that does animations for intros and stuff. So we might be getting an animated logo intro here at some point. We might be.
Oh my goodness!
Hitting somebody up on Fiverr and seeing if we can figure out a way for them to take our logo, take those snakes and make them weave in and out of each other, and then end up on our main logo. That would be stinking rad.
Look at us! We're getting all kind of bougie up in here. Look at this.
Bougie.
We're all kinds of. Yeah, his David Dukes, right, Chris? You're his manager. Make sure he goes up. Chris, I'm not playing. Make sure he does it. No, we appreciate all you guys always tuning in when we're on here. We're going to start doing this a lot more now that we kind of have this schedule and we kind of have, time to look out. We like to get on here and talk with you guys and show off stuff. So it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
kind of low on the hatchling line at the moment.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, we're gonna be. I'm so pumped for your season. Oh my god, every time you get a clutch on the ground, I'm gonna go, holy shit, which was this?
I know. It's crazy because I don't know. I think I'm just ready for it because I've talked it and I'm like, yeah, okay, that's gonna be cool. And
you're owed a good season. After,
but actually,
you got all the bad juju out last year, so this one's gonna be a good one.
I just I don't know. I'm just thankful to be able to do it. I'm thankful to have what I have in the collection now. I'm looking forward to what it's all going to produce. I'm ready for them to kind of start the circle back to where they kind of pay it back versus us paying it forward. But to step back and kind of look, and what's crazy is a lot of my breeding plans this season with what I'm doing. Yeah, it's a lot of lace, it's a lot of clown, it's a lot of ghost. But then it's I look at some of these snakes and I totally forget, as Rob calls it, my LSD snake. I totally forget he's here. My acid pastel blitz, spot nose, possible granite. I forget.
Yeah, where's he going? Because I need babies off of that boy.
Actually, what's kind of funny is, so this snake was purchased by my mother-in-law. I love my mother-in-law to death. She named him. His name is Hendrix. Hendrix kind of hit. He kind of came in with a couple. Actually, he came in when Houdini came in. And I actually had 4 that came. Actually, was it 5? Wait, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it was 5 one day I had come in. They all kind of came in. I got the Ozzy Boyd male with the orange dream, and I got him, and then I got Houdini, and then I got the pink sentinels. He kind of stopped eating for me there for a couple months. But then his mom came. I think she whispered some juju. I had gotten Da Vinci Boa and the electrolyte soaks, and now he pounds food. So we're probably about 60 grams away from being able to say he's going to go into the rotation. Now, here's the thing, though, and a lot of you breeders get it. Sometimes they get to the weight, and sometimes they don't want to breed because mentally they don't think that they're capable of doing that. I like to call them gay bits at that point in time. They're gay. They're just gay and it's fine. They sit in their rack and they grow. So if he plays ball this season, holy cow! Let's see. Let me just turn here for a second.
Didn't you say you were thinking putting him to blackhead female?
She actually got paired up with the lace. So
oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
Well, actually, there's probably, let's see. Holy cow. Man. There is super black pastel, super vanilla. He could go to.
I remember that snake. I forgot about that one until you mentioned that.
Well, she's kind of one about very often. She's actually interesting. So everything out of her will be black pastel vanilla. There is my leopard female that if he puts it on here soon, she's starting to build, so I will put him there. I do have another one. Rob gave me the idea a long time ago when I first got him. Good night, Chris. Have a great night.
Hi, Chris.
We'll talk soon. He gave me the idea of putting GHI with that male, so I have a couple of, they have no recessives in them. I have a couple of females that are just all straight codoms that he'll probably get paired up with. God, what else is in here? He could possibly get paired up with my Orange Dream female. He could possibly be paired up with my my Mystic Potion. You never know. Maybe the Pastel Vanilla GHI Ghost Girl. Don't know. It just depends with him and where he kind of falls.
Well, whenever, if ever, you get a clutch out of him, first in line, I call it. Whenever the babies you're getting rid of from him, first in line.
Because what's funny is I do have running lists for certain breedings that I'm like, all right, you'll get the first set. And I'm actually kind of excited. People are like, well, you're getting a blackhead lace from Marshall, and his name is actually Marshall. Yeah, I am. But I need females, so that's the reason we did the blackhead to the white lace male. And hopefully his ghosts will prove out. So then you're gonna have pet ghosts. But I need the females. I'll have the male, but I need the female because blackhead and lace are really, really awesome together. So that's why I kind of do that pairing. Holy cow, where else could he go? God, did any one of these females in here? He could go to anything, but I have to do what Rob says. I'm gonna put GHI to it and really make it an LSD snake.
Yeah.
So I have a couple of GHI females. Who knows? Kayla has a GHI butter female that she might want to do a project with. So you never know.
Oh man, can you imagine like making acid freeway?
Yes, I can actually.
That'll be ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Blackhead is really cool, and it does a lot of good stuff. So that's a good snake to pick up, Eric. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm definitely torn with what I'm gonna be looking for when I'm at Tinley. I guess it all depends on what people have, because blackhead is very high on the list.
And then Red Jean. They actually have. Kayla we posted her on Instagram. My Red Jean that I got from Nick over at Twisted Reptiles. She's just. I'm trying to find her right now. So she's Bongo Yellow Belly Red Jean Shadow. So she's a little sick little thing in her own right. So who knows, when she gets bigger, maybe he'll go to her. You just never know with like your pairings and like what you're doing. So
crazy.
I'm excited. You know what's so funny? You sit here and you're like, yeah, I'm excited for you. No, I'm more excited for you guys and everybody else that's out there for their pairings versus my own, because I'm like, yeah, my snakes don't cooperate and don't want to do things. So I never know if I can depend on them.
But then there's all of ours that are doing the exact same thing. Like, I'm 5 blocks in with my Het Monarch female, and she's not ovulating. It's like, come on.
I'm in it
So
right now.
cool.
That Stell Phantom Ghost to the White Lace. Like she's been paired. I think this will be her fourth. Let me see. I gotta find her. Yeah, she'll get her third lockup this coming the end of this month, and like she still hasn't. I'm just like, okay. I'm like any day now. Y'all can grab.
Lace.
I might have. Maybe I'll have Casey get on the phone and yell at my snakes and tell them that they have to ovulate. Maybe that'll work. Maybe that's what we should start doing.
We're gonna just like hire Casey to start yelling at our snakes.
Like she's like, just start yelling at. Well, just start recording it, Casey. There's your new business, Casey. Just be a drunk
Yeah, there you go.
yelling at snakes now. Oh, you're so welcome, Benji. We appreciate you stopping in and giving support. We really do.
Oh yeah, thank you.
We try to have fun with our shows. When we came up with this idea, I don't think we realized it would turn out to be what it is. It was just me and her like having more time to like talk about everything. That's all it is.
Yeah. And especially like whenever we got to the point where like I didn't have a whole lot of time for the show, it was like our time to like sit down and like catch up on everything that's going on and just shoot the shit. Because Nikki and I would, when I worked from home, like she'd call like multiple times a day and we'd be on the phone for hours while I worked and just talking about snakes and what we're doing. And it just is kind of like, since my job has changed, this has become like our outlet to do that now. So
it's kind of
our to get a realist form.
It's kind of like what's kind of nice about it too is it's our time to catch up and actually feel like we're like talking to one another like face to face, like she's like my neighbor versus like on the phone. I do that with Casey now too. It's like I'll talk to her for hours at a time, or her and Tim will be messaging Jason. And it's crazy because when we get a chance to get on here and talk, it's like we get a chance to refresh our collections, because sometimes when we're just talking on the phone, we'll forget that we have like something going on. And then it's like, oh, wait, no, I gotta show you this, or wait, let's talk about this one. So it's pretty cool.
For sure.
You can go see the Red Jean on Tom and Casey's page, and also on Instagram. Kayla posted our Red Jean. And if not, ask Rob. Rob's deep in Red Jean, which is amazing.
Rob from Kayla.
I think Rob wants a job with Kayla, so I think I'm gonna end up having like Chris and Rob in my house working for Kayla at this point. I might even have to work for her. I don't know.
We're all gonna be working for Kayla and just hoping to be like, can we get a snake, please?
Yeah, I know, right? Can we?
I will work for snakes.
And it's crazy because I guess when people see her at the show, she's really soft spoken, and then it's like when you meet her in person, you hang out with her, you're like, yeah, you're not soft spoken at all.
No, well, that's like Jeff. Jeff's the same way.
I love Jeff though. Out of all of us, he's taller. So it's like when you're going down the aisles and like you're looking for everybody, all you gotta do is look for Jeff because he's tall, and you're like, oh, there's Jeff. Lauren's right there. I think Casey likes the idea. Yes, Casey, you just need to be like a caller where you yell at the snakes and tell them that they're supposed to ovulate or lay eggs or breed or whatever. Yeah, Rob does want to, Rob can be a stripper. I mean, Chris is manager. I'm pretty sure we could like sell out a show for that one.
Yeah, man, he has to hit a certain dollar number to take certain clothes off. Like that's how it works. That's how you make the big bucks.
You know what's crazy? He could strip for US ARC. So like each time he reaches goal, he takes it off.
Thing at the auction.
I mean, seriously, like
we've
had people do grappling matches. Rob can totally like strip for US ARC. Like, if he reaches like $500, it's like his top comes off, or whatever.
We're gonna put that up to Phil Goss. We're gonna like, hey Phil.
Hey Phil, we have an idea for you.
What do you think about this?
Casey the Snake Screamer. Oh my God, I love it. Casey, that's your new name, and that's gonna be your new business. There you go, honey, and you can work from home.
She's like, how did I even get here? Nikki was the one yelling.
Rob said it. He's like, I'm a stripper. It's for Dippendales.
And this is the part of the thing where the chat goes to hell.
This is where all the snake talk goes out because it gets.
Oh.
We love it though. God, you guys make Sundays go by fast. For real. Like I was like this morning, like I woke up and I was like, I don't want to get out of bed.
I was like, what is yelling? Who is yelling? I get the guys, his brothers and family must be watching the Steelers game downstairs, and all of a sudden, like, I have earbuds in. Okay, like I can't hear anything, and all of a sudden I hear, oh!
Said U.S. Arc with
Jeff, and I looked at Jeff, and he goes, the Steelers must have scored.
Well, yeah, that's right. Casey doesn't yell unless she's yelling at Tom being Tom.
Mm.
Or when she has to go mom mode on her kids. I've heard her do it one time. And that scares me because she like flips the mom switch and it just comes out of nowhere when you're on the phone and you're like, oh, okay, Casey, sit right here now. I'm going to sit right here. Oh my God, you guys are funny.
Oh gosh, I love it.
I love when you guys get in here. We kind of got afraid because we knew it was football Sunday, and Jason's actually. I'm surprised I haven't heard yelling yet because he's downstairs probably crying. And I was like, oh, we might not get too many people, but it's me and Lauren talking, so we can talk to each other for hours. So.
That's right, Emma. Go Steelers.
Yeah.
Jeff says it's 0-0 right now, so we're not really sure why his brothers were yelling.
Okay. Let's see, Rob. We could go to a charity benefit, start stripping, and have to donate to us to stop. Well, lock them all in, and if they don't donate enough, they're stuck. Oh Lord.
Good Lord.
Oh my God. Hey, can you guys let us know when you're gonna do this? Because I don't know if I want to be there or I need to like have Jason work more overtime to pay more money.
And Rob's like, I'm back. I'm talking about snakes right now. It's okay.
Yeah, Rob, we're not talking about it right now. We're talking about snakes. That's what we're doing.
Rob's like, I ain't stripping right now. I'm talking about Regine.
Rob makes some great stuff with the Red Gene. I'm excited to work with it. I actually, yeah. So, and
my mom said the Steelers actually scored a touchdown.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, Casey does have a scary voice for real. I've heard it.
I'm surprised Jason didn't yell when they scored a touchdown.
He might be passed out on the ground for all I know because they haven't done so.
Oh gosh.
They got into the playoffs by like a win and a prayer.
Mm-hmm.
So
oh yeah.
It is what it is. So
somebody I was talking to at work was saying like he thinks there's conspiracy in the NFL. And he thinks that the Steelers are going to make the Super Bowl and they're going to win because it's Ben Roethlisberger's last season and he's got to go out with a Super Bowl win. It's just conspiracy. I'm like, okay, we'll hold on to that.
Seriously, you're not going to eat that? All right.
What?
Well, no. So Kayla's last clutch, I have 2 that I'm still assist feeding, and it's like that their snake brains have not clicked in that they're supposed to be snakes. Which is funny because when you assist feed them now, all you gotta do is open their mouth and stick it in their mouth, and then they wrap it like they know what they're supposed to do. I'm like, why can you not kill your food?
Oh my God.
But it's okay. I'm used to working with those 2, and then the boas. I have to feed the boas tonight, so I was just looking because he left. He didn't get a chance to check the rack, so I was like, "Oh, you still have a live prey in your tub." So.
Snakes. Oh yeah, that's like the I have a pastel banana double het clown exanthic male. I got 2 of them in that clutch, and the one male eats like a horse. He's pushing 150 grams plus, and he's chonk. Eats everything that's put in front of him. Does not care. His brother, who's also a pastel banana double het, has decided that if it is not a mouse, he will not let it grace his stomach. So I tried assist feeding him last week, and I had like a small rat, pink, almost fuzzy, and was trying to assist feed him. And no matter how far I shoved that stupid rat down his throat, he was like, no, it's not a mouse, and he threw it back up. every single time. And then I was like, okay, fine. How about this? And so I gave him 2 smaller, like, hopperish fuzzy mice and took those right away. Perfectly happy with that. I'm like, you little turd, you're willing to let yourself starve to death because you don't want rats. What is this? So my problem is to food boot camp with our friend.
Yeah, she did. She said
You
I'm
know,
boot camp. And I'm telling you what, and Rob talking about the regime with the bell complexes. Rob's like one of them sleeper breeders. You don't know what he's got cooking, and then all of a sudden he's like, bam, and you're like, oh.
He dancing like the Hulk on reels, but in the background he got some crazy shit cooking.
Yeah, for real. And if you guys don't have snake hooks or tub pullers, go to Rob because they're like the best. I'm actually gonna order Jason a tub puller because Call decided last week. Call and Hawkeye decided last week they were gonna take Jason out. When it came to food, because if you guys don't have ARS racks, or you do, I'm gonna warn you now. It does not matter in your rack where you start to feed any of these snakes. Doesn't matter. It sounds like the whole tub is going to break down and shake like an earthquake when these snakes go after these rats. And I kid you not, it doesn't matter because, like, as soon as one of them gets the first rat, the whole rack knows. So they're coming out with like teeth. Like it's no like joke. So I'm gonna actually order one for Jason because I had to walk in here and it was the funniest thing. Caw is literally out of his tub like a cobra. And Jason's like, get back in your tub, and he's like trying to like push him back in with like the tongs. And I walk in here and I grab the tongs and I boop him on his little snoot, and he goes right back into the tub. He's like, I hate your snakes because they know when you're in here because they listen to you. I'm like, well, and then Hawkeye decided he was gonna do it. I'm like, where did you start feeding? And he goes, the hatchling tub. I said, oh, so you left them for last, and they just are paying you back for that. That's all that is.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I have fun with it. It's crazy. So.
Oh, snakes.
Gotta love them. They'll make you crazy.
Make you crazy. Rob, you falling asleep over there? What the heck?
I know we're not very. We kind of got off subject, but again, this was a test run for us to see like how this was gonna work, and I absolutely love it. Oh yeah, Rob's like a sleeper. He is. He's like sleeping.
Oh, he say. Oh, I understand. He said, "See, I thought he meant he was falling asleep."
Yeah, we're boring. We get it.
Not there.
We're boring. We'll see who gets.
I'm a little blonde internally, so.
We'll see, Rob, if you're the first person to get new Snaking Around stickers or not now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jeff ordered a 50-pack, and I ordered a 50-pack, so.
I am going to send the logo to Sticker Pro and get some cool ones. And I've already sent the logo to Angie, so our shirt distributor will be making some Snaking Around shirts.
As long as we ain't slacking on the back.
Actually, no. I think what I asked her to put on the back is "Shut Up and Breed."
Yes.
Yes. I think that's what I've asked her to put on the back of the Snaking Around shirts. So it'll say "Shut Up and Breed."
I love that. I've been using that as a hashtag in all my posts recently. Is "Shut Up and Breed."
Just shut up and breed.
Yep.
You know, it stands for it. And I've said this from the beginning since I got on here with all you guys. If these snakes could do our jobs and be on these live streams and be doing their Instagrams and stuff, we would all be out of jobs.
Yeah. Thank God they can't talk.
No. So it.
My snake emoji, my miracle pie. Does that pick her up? No issue, no hook, nothing. But she tries to eat my face.
Yes, I'm telling you. So yes, Atypical wants one of our shirts. I'm telling you guys, they're gonna come out. Angie's my distributor, so she's working some other shirts, but I sent her the logo and she's gonna play around with it. I know for a fact I will probably end up doing Snaking Around and probably have the "Shut Up and Breed" on the cups.
I know I need to get new shirts from you guys.
Yep.
New shirts for you. I need to get new shirts for me because this is starting to fade. And then I need to have the sneaking around shirts by the time Tinley comes around.
Yeah, Sticker Pro USA is where, and they just started doing like glitter and like transparent ones, and they started doing some other like die cuts. They started doing God, they did a whole bunch of new stuff, Chris. But yeah, I'll probably now that I've seen the colors that Jeff picked, which are the blue and gold, I will probably start doing tumblers with that once I get some of the sneaking around stickers.
Yeah, because Jeff was like, we need to pick a background because we need to pick a background to have on the thing. And I said, okay, Nikki's main color is gold, mine is blue. We need to find something that's blue and gold.
Yeah.
And I tripped across that and I went, oh damn, I really like that.
Yeah. I love it. You know, we're like we said, we're bougie now, okay, guys? Like we're trying to look professional.
And we're getting bougier.
Yes.
It's gonna keep going. It's gonna escalate because Jeff's having fun playing around with this stuff, so it's gonna get even better.
I love it. It's just fun stuff. So yeah, Casey, I'll make sure you have one of those. Actually, what's kind of fun weekend. I can't wait to show you guys the actual product. So I actually went through all of any thank you card that we've ever gotten, or letters, or anything. I started booking them. So I have a scrapbook of like everybody that's ever sent anything. And it was really funny. I came across Casey's card that she sent in my t-shirt when I had COVID the first time. It brought tears back to my eyes because it's like the little things. So I'm doing that. And then I decided Kayla's a little upset. I finally got a scrapbook for her. So we're doing her sticker book in a scrapbook. And it's kind of funny because she had done them all on like construction paper and a binder. And now I have to go through and kind of cut them off the construction paper to put them in her book because she's already put them on something and she doesn't have extra stickers of that, which was the cutest thing ever because like I have stickers of Rob's and I have stickers of Tom and Casey's. I have your stickers, and it is like she was going through all my extra stickers I sometimes use on the cups. And I was like, oh, well, yeah, you can use this one. And I was like, man, I hope nobody asked me to do their logo anymore on their cup because you just hijacked their sticker.
Yeah, I need to get, I goofed because I went and I was trying to do a thing with all of my stickers where I put them on like glass, like picture frame.
Yeah.
Things where like I used that stuff that you use to make the snake shed jewelry and stuff and attach like the glass to the metal part and like painting that on the sticker and then putting it on the glass, and it worked. But I have no idea how I'm gonna mount these things. I've got them all on the stained glass, and now I don't know what I'm gonna do. And I don't have any wall space in here to put them up because I'm eventually planning on getting a couple more rack systems that are gonna
Thanks, Casey.
Wall.
Well, it's so funny because I'm kind of in the same thing. So we redid our logo. MJ redid our logo, and we have done like the sticker board, and I still have it from the first set. But then I decided to take like the old banner because I need a new banner, and it has the old first logo, and I have everybody's sticker on that, and I'm like, well, I can't cover that up now because like that's like my wall. Like that's not cool. So you figure out new things, but like the scrapbooking, like I thought it was kind of cool because it saves it. And I have everybody's letters, like any thank you that's ever been sent out, it's in the book. And then I stumbled across Casey's, and I was like, oh my god, I'm like tears in my eyes. I was like, I remember the first time I had COVID. It wasn't fun.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
And then
I remember being so scared for you. Like I was checking up on you every single day. I was like, Nikki, are you alive?
I know.
Multiple times. Nikki, are you okay?
It's that stuff's so bad. And
that's true. Yeah, I could go through everybody's logos on Instagram and just print them out and stuff, but
yeah, you could.
Yeah, that's a thought.
Who knows?
And just do it that way. Just like, 'cause I mean, I still have all of the, like you said, like I still have all of the letters and stuff that people have sent when we've done swaps and stuff. And
I mean, it's kind of cool to go back through and see, like,
yeah,
you know, like what people send. It's kind of it's a memory because it's like that's where you started, and you know, sometimes maybe if you do like a show or something, or you have people over, it's kind of a cool display thing so people can see like everybody all over the United States and different countries have sent you stuff. Like that's kind of a cool little showpiece.
yeah. That's kind of what I was going for with the glass frames, because I was like, oh, that would be so cool, and it would be like we could see the wall behind it, and I was like, yeah, I got a plan. And then I got them all on there, and I'm like, how am I gonna do this now? Like I'd have to like protect the edges, and then I'd have to mount them in a way like behind each of the stickers so that you can't see the actual mounts because they're not in frames. It's just the glass pane from the frames. Like, I don't know. I done goof. So I gotta either figure out how I'm gonna fix that, or I'm gonna do what Emma said and go through everybody's Instagrams and download their photo from their profile pictures and their logo from the profile pictures and just do it that way.
Yeah.
So I can be like swapped, but
yeah. It's cool.
Yeah. I just don't know where I'll put everything.
I think it blows away, like especially people that come here and they pick up snakes and they walk into the room and they see the stickers. They're like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, "Yeah, that's not even."
Yeah.
So I mean, you just change. I thought the scrapbook thing. Plus, it gives me something to do because I was like, "Man, all these letters are taking up like I have like a box of like lead." I'm like,
yeah.
"What am I gonna do with these?" So I did that.
Yeah, I don't know where ours ended up. I know I packed them away somewhere. But when we moved, things just got all messed up. I'm still finding stuff. I'm like, holy crap, what that was? Like,
moving will do that to you. I think Jason asked me today. Like
gosh.
you had said something to me about getting like a cheap laptop, and Jason walks in, he goes, "You had a laptop. Where's the laptop?" I was like, "Don't you remember the Wi-Fi button like died on it and I couldn't get it back on?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, that's right." He's like, "Where is that?" I was like, "I don't know."
Dude, Walmart has cheap laptops for like $150, $200.
Yeah, you know what's funny? You tell me that, but you don't know who my husband is. He'll be like, no, you've got to get the latest, greatest, like, it's got to teleport you to, like, I don't know.
Tell him it doesn't need to do that. It just needs to let you do this. This is all you need it for, and to do stuff on more market. That's all you need.
He's trying so hard right now. So it's kind of a fight in the house. So Kayla and him both have Apple, and I have an Android. I have Galaxies. And I love my droids to death, but I won't lie. I hijack his iPad all the time to do the shows because it's just a better than my little tablet. So he's trying to convince me to like switch over to the dark side and go back to Apple.
No.
Like, I don't think I want to do that.
Don't do it. Don't cave. Because Jeff tried to get me to do that at one point, I think, didn't you? Like you were saying, like you should get an Apple.
No, you said you wanted the best camera you could
find. Oh yeah, we were trying to find the best camera, and he was like, "Well, there's this Apple there's this Apple phone that has the best rated camera, and then there's the Galaxy S21.
Yeah.
Or the Galaxy 20. So, and I was like, I really don't want to do Apple. I'm an Android ride or die.
Yeah, I think I am too. I have like the watch and I have like all the stuff, but like I hijack his iPad. Actually, what's funny is like I like his iPad because he's already logged into more and stuff, so I can just go in and do what I need to do versus being like, hey, can I have a password or a morph market?
Yeah, and the cool thing, speaking of, is with this new system, Jeff can just be like, bloop, and pull morph market over onto the screen. Like, so, like, everybody will see, like, what we want to look at. Like, if we have a gene that we're like, oh, we need to look at this gene. Like, let's see what's on morph market with this gene and look up examples. We can pull up morph market right now in front, like, on the screen, and Jeff can scroll through morph market and look up the gene for us.
I just want to tell y'all right now, cool. I can say I came up with the show's name, but Lauren at this point in time has like come up with all the tech stuff. So what you guys see is Lauren and Jeff, like this is all them. I'm just here.
Nikki trademarked the name.
That's all I did. That's all I did. That is it. I am just here, and I am like they are so tech savvy. I kid you not. Lauren's name in the Gator group is the tech. Because she is the techie of all of it. I am the late night, Marley is the early riser, and Angie is mom juice. So,
That's my mom juice.
I actually, so Angie doesn't know this yet, but I am going to because Jason got me one of those crickets. I'm actually going to do wine glasses because like nobody really likes wine glasses. I'm going to actually like put mom juice on and make her a cup.
Yes.
I'm gonna see if I can find like a really big, like huge one, and just send it to her and be like, "Here's your mom juice cup." Actually, let me tell you about that. Casey got me. Okay, she got me good. She's like, "Hey, something's coming from Amazon for you." I was like, "All right, cool, whatever." So I get it, and it says from Tom, and I'm like, "Oh my god, what has Tom sent me now? Like, I don't know what's in this box." I love Casey to death because that woman is like, she is like an angel. She actually, and I know where she got this from on New Year's Eve when we were all messing around. I was drinking 750 milliliters of wine straight out of the bottle. She got me a wine glass that holds 750 milliliters in a glass. And I was like, and at first I got scared because I was like, oh my God, what did Tom send me? I don't know what this box, like, and Jason's like, well, maybe he sent you something funny. And then Casey's like, no, it's not from Tom, it's from me. So, I absolutely love it. And it sits by my nightstand and I'm waiting, like, I think I'm going to have to bring it to Tenley and I'm just going to have to sit with Casey and like drink out of it. Cause it is like, it holds a whole bottle of wine in it. One setting. I'm like, yes, let's do this. Casey is like clever.
I remember when there's actually wine glasses out there. When I turned 21, somebody got me, I think it was my friend Heather, got me a wine glass, and it literally was like a bottle, like it could be a bottle of wine, but then at the top, it like turns into like a top of a wine glass. So like you just drink straight from the bottle, and it looks like a just giant wine bottle with a wine glass.
Oh my god! Yeah.
And oh my god, that's the kind that you need to do for Angie. That says mom juice on it.
I'm gonna have to find that for real. I'm super excited about it. I had somebody from the UK reach out to me, and they wanted like a pipe sticker, and I got on Redbubble. I actually got new stickers coming in, and I'm super pumped about it. It says Snake Mom and Snake Dad, and it's a snake, and it has like a dead rat with like the X's in its mouth, and I'm gonna do like Snake Mom, Snake Dad cups. Like I'm super stoked about it.
God.
And I got some really cool like different Pied stickers. I'm pumped. Once I finish doing everybody else's cups instead of one cups, I can actually get on to designing like some different like cups. So, but
putting that cricket to work.
Yeah, I bought Jason laughs. I bought like $100 worth of vinyl, and I think I might have used it like twice. So I have to do it, but I have fun with it, so whatever.
I'm waiting for you to put that cricket to work doing like name tags for all the tubs and stuff for the
I actually thought about that. I actually did, but Jason's gone through. It's gotten so crazy with a lot of the snakes now. He's actually gone through and like put all the over top of their names because.
Now wait, I see you have your logo in the background. Like, is that just like a business card thing, and then you put the name thing? Okay.
So then when you ship a snake, you ship their name tag and it's your business card and their genes on the name tag. Mm-hmm. So all of my snakes, they all have this. And then you guys are probably seeing them. I have track tags, so everyone that's eaten, they get a rat.
I'm about ready to get some of those. I have them in my Etsy cart.
I love them so much. The lady that does them over there in the UK, I love her to death. She's completely on her game because if she's out of something and she's waiting for something, she'll let you know. And then if anybody's in shed, they have a rose gold clip that I got off Amazon. And it goes on their tub and it lets us know, like when you're standing there looking at the rack, you can tell when feeding time rolls around who and where. So it's pretty cool.
That is really cool. I like that.
So
Yeah, I definitely girl, my wife is circuit crazy. Is cricket crazy? I every time I read that, I want to say circuit, and it's
yeah,
not
it's
cricket.
not. It's cricket. I do
I
too.
want to say circuit every time.
I do too. For real, I do. I want to say circuit, but it's not. It's a cricket. And it's actually the things that thing can do. They actually have one now, and I looked at it. They have it now where you can make coffee mugs, and it infuses the ink in the coffee mugs. So like it's like you're printing on coffee mugs. Like I saw it when Jason was like looking around. I was like, well, that's pretty neat.
Huh.
The only thing that I don't like about it is if you get too detailed of like a sticker that you're printing or something, and you have to go through and pick the parts out. Like I used to laugh at Angie. I'd be on the phone with her, and she's like, and she's cussing because she's picking this one sticker, and she's like, "Oh my god, the lines on this." Oh my, and like now I do the same thing because Kayla found like this really intricate like snake that she wanted printed, and I swear like every piece of this snake was something I had to pick out.
Oh God.
I was like, I'm ready to like shoot myself with this. But yeah, they're fun. They're addicting when you get going. So it's and Rob's wife is working on something special too for Chris, which I'm totally gonna get this totally gonna get it.
Oh yeah, was that what he was teasing in the live last night?
Yeah. She's letting her cricket to use. Rob's letting her put crickets to use right there.
Oh boy.
So
I'm looking forward to that.
Things that people can come up with. And then it's crazy because I'll talk to people and they're like, oh yeah, my cricket can print somebody's logo. And I'm like, well, how the heck do you do that? Because I can't do that. I'm only doing like, I'm at the basis of like one color of vinyl and calling it a day. People get, they get into it. So it's crazy.
My sister-in-law has a cricket, and she's I guess for Christmas she actually made some T-shirts with her cricket.
Oh wow!
Like and like I think she gave one to my brother-in-law's girlfriend, and she goes, this because when she opened the gift she was like, oh, this looks like a cricket shirt, and my sister-in-law was like, yeah, it is, and I was like, wait, you did that with your cricket? What? So like holy crap, that's stinking cool. Can you just make your own T-shirts? Like if you have a cricket, like to do like stuff like we do?
Yeah.
Like that's stinking cool.
They get pretty crafty with it, and it's really simple. Like Angie walked me through a lot of it, and like vinyls and like the mats and like the tools, and like I'm just like, oh, I'm actually really excited about it because if you guys don't follow her, Amuse Little Piper, she won 4 cuts for me, and I'm actually getting a chance to put the cricket to work to do like names and things on it. So it's pretty. I'm excited about it because a lot of the stickers that you guys see, if they're not snake related, it's like scrapbook stickers that I get a chance to put on the tumblers. So this will be interesting. So. All right, Casey, we appreciate it.
Yeah.
We're probably gonna call this one here soon anyway, so I can go down and get my husband's face up off the ground.
What's the score looking like, honey? He does not sport. Jeff could give 2 craps about football.
This is Jason's like end of the year type of thing, so.
All about her cricket for her birthday and this is what I'm. Oh boy. 7-14, Kansas City. Ruh-roh.
Maybe I don't want to go downstairs.
Yeah, you might not want to. You might want to just check on all the snakes for a while. Oh my gosh.
No, some of that vinyl is not cheap. I'm not playing like it. Like when you get into like the metallic-y, like patterny stuff, it's like $15 a roll.
Woof.
Yeah, like, and I'm just like, okay, cool beans. I'm like Jason's like, well, you can do shirt. I was like, Angie's doing all that. She's already got that mastered. Ain't touching. Nope, you couldn't pay me. I might do the coffee mugs, but I don't even know about that. Yeah, that vinyl is it can get it gets expensive.
Bless you. Bless you. Bless you.
For
I'll see
sure.
you in a bit.
Right?
Jeff over here having an allergy attack. Whoop. The lamp.
It's crazy. Everybody's like, "Oh, you're so artsy and you design so well." I'm like, "No, I just kind of just pour the paint and it just kind of does its own thing."
You kind of have an artistic eye for it, though. You know, like where you want to pour more and how to make it look cool. Like if I tried to do that, it would probably look like a 2-year-old just took like a cup of paint and just went. Bleh.
Well, I'm so glad that you think that, because if you guys saw me while I was actually doing these cups, you guys would laugh because I normally have paint everywhere. I look at it and like some of them, like I've done a couple where I've like, I don't like this, and I'll just go like take it to the bathroom and like wash it, and Jason will come home and he's like, "Why is there red paint in our sink?" I'm like, "I don't know."
Who died?
Yeah.
Who died in here?
I'm like,
Did
I
you
don't
murder
know.
somebody?
Or like he comes in, like if I don't run the epoxy like every day, like you get like like when it runs again and you start smelling it, you're like, "Oh my god, what is that?" But now it's like, because I do it so often, with everything, it's like, I'm used to the smell, but then when I go out in public, I can smell it in my clothes. I'm like, "Oh my god, that's
nose blind."
yeah." I'm just like, I don't care about it. But like my bedroom, Jason laughs because like when I have big orders going around, or like when I'm making Chris's cup, he'll come in and he's like, "Well, somebody got on a paint and kick today because there's lots of cups everywhere." I'm like, "They'll all go out in like a week or two." So,
Yeah, I was showing Jeff the other day when the couple of posts you did, and you're like running to the post office with more cup. I'm like, look at all these cups Nikki sent me, and he goes, "Holy shit!"
yeah, my biggest order year since I started doing this, and this has been about. I taught myself how to do it about the first time I got COVID. So what, almost 2 years now. It'll be 2 years in November. I've been spinning cups for all you snake people. I actually had my first big order of like 8 cups back to back. And I was like, and I owe that to, you already know, and his logo. He ordered 8. He had ordered 4, and then his whole family had taken like all of them. And he's like, "I need 8 more." And like, that was my biggest order I've done. And his logo is so awesome to work with anyway. But then it's like the ones I'm doing for Chris, those are epic. Now I owe the Iron Dog Strong to Angie because she printed those before I got a Cricut and found it to where it looks like it's iron. Yeah, that I don't know if I love the smell of epoxy, but it's funny because people they laugh. I had told Chris, I said, I finished all these cups, but I want to hold them until like after the holidays to start sending them out. So people are getting them on time. And Rob was the first one that got one. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, there's like 5 more that have been shipped, and they're in their prospective locations. I haven't seen anybody post about it. But it's like Chris laughs at me because during the week, I'll go to Hobby Lobby, and I hate Hobby Lobby with a passion around here because there's too many artsy fartsy people and the lines are stupid. But I use a fluorescent green in that cup, which if you put it in the sunlight and then you close, put light on it for a minute, it does glow. If anybody wants to know, they do glow because it's fluorescent. I didn't find this out until one night. I was like, "What is that green thing glowing on the table?" And I was like, "Oh wait, that's the cup." Okay.
Chris says it's a guy thing. It's like the smell of gas. Or not Chris, Rob. Jeez, my brain, help me.
I like the smell of diesel. That's probably bad, but that's a military thing right there because that's all you ever use. But I get mad because they only have like 2 bottles every time I go in there for fluorescent paint for his cups, and I'm like, I need a bigger bottle. So it's I like to do it. I have fun doing it.
Hey, you get enjoyment out of it. You found something that
I don't know.
gives you some kind of happiness. That's all you can really ask for.
Now I'm happy with it because I've mastered it. But in the beginning, I used to cuss. Like I had to figure out how not to get bubbles in it. I had to figure out not how to get dust in it. I had to figure out like how to get it like to stick around the rim. like there was a learning curve with that, and it's like as I watch a lot of these cups going out, in the beginning they're great. They were great cups, but now that I've kind of like altered a couple things, it's yeah, I secretly love Hobby Lobby. Chris, stop. No, I don't. That is like the devil for me. I'll go in saying I'm going to spend like $3 and walk out with $300 worth of stuff.
Well, I remember the early days of you making those cups because those were the days that I was working from home and stuff, and you'd do phone calls for hours and hours during the day, and you'd call me, and I'd be like, "What you doing?" You're like, "Spinning damn cups," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, how's that going?" And you're like, and then like you lose track of the conversation and go, "Ah, shit." You'd be cussing. What, you have a bubble? What,
Yeah,
you touch something?
I got a bubble.
No, like.
And what's funny is I used the first one I ever did, so I will eventually at some point in time get snake sheds added into these. I just have to master that a little bit. And I owe that to Chris because he sent Kayla like the hugest box of sheds for like snakes. It's crazy because she was making the ornaments. But Jason had me do the first one. I was like, oh, I'm gonna do this shed one like right off the get go when I was like first doing things, and I was like, I don't think I put enough epoxy. And Jason's like, no, just let it spin. It'll level itself out. No, it didn't. It has like the biggest bubble on the bottom of this Yeti cup that you can like watch it and it teeter totters back and forth. So now it's like a so it's like I'm excited that I've kind of mastered the tumblers, and I love getting a chance to do the tumblers for people, and I love the ideas they come up with like colors or they'll ask and they'll be like, can you do this to it? And I'm like, yeah, I can totally do that to it. I love I've done a lot of patriotic ones. I just did my first pour where I kind of kept it really simple and didn't let the colors run together like I normally do. Absolutely love this cup. And each time I do it, and a lot of people don't understand, I can never make the same cup out of the same paint. They're all
unique. They have their own fingerprint.
They do. And people are like, they'll be like, can I get the same cup? I'm like, well, it's not going to be the same cup. It'll be the same concept, but not the same cup because I can't reproduce it. And the paint does most of the work for me. And I've had a lot of people, actually what's funny is I put up the reels of me spinning like epoxy and or like painting them, and people like love to watch it. It's actually kind of mesmerizing to watch the paint go down the cup.
ASMR, man.
Yeah. For real. Rob's laughing his head off.
Well, because like, what do they say? Like, isn't the saying like 1,000 hours of doing something makes you a master? Like, isn't that the phrase? Like,
I think
you've
so.
had to.
I think I've done over 1,000 hours, but I'm going to tell you, I don't feel like I'm a master of it because like there's times I'm like, oh my gosh, so I don't know what it is. There's certain stickers for Michaels. No, I hate Michaels. You cannot pay me to go to Michaels. Michaels is the devil. Like, no. I get excited when I go to other people's Michaels because they're way better set up. The Memphis Michaels, no. Good luck, okay? I order everything from Michaels online. If I have to. Yeah, and Lauren, Chris needs blue. Actually, Atypical needs blue. Chris needs blue. Who else was in here? Eric probably. I don't know. Should we give Eric blue power? Probably. He's really fast with the bots.
Oh yeah. I that would be adjusting now.
Jeff, you need to give people power.
Moderator power.
Just like what?
In the
getting powers? What?
It's you go into the YouTube studio and you can do it from there. You just have to add them by their
Chris feels weird being gray. Sorry, we're newbies to this whole like blue power stuff, okay?
Great.
What, honey? Iron Dog, yeah. Iron Dog reptiles.
And I think Tom and Casey left, so Atypical if they're not in
here. Atypical Origins could be one too.
Eric.
And then Christopher Sexton, Eric B.
Yep.
Probably scroll through the chat. Anybody that was in here tonight was cool.
Yeah. They'll get the bots.
Just in case you get them stupid bots or stupid people that are causing stupid drama when we're like no.
Yes, you're
No,
no
no,
longer
illegal.
allowed.
We don't play that game no more.
No, we're high tech. Sometimes.
Yeah, Rob, I think I'm gonna be hitting you up for a hook because I need a second one. I need, like this is my rinky dink hatchling hook, and then I have a bigger hook that I use for the retic, and it's downstairs right now. But I'd like one for the ball pythons too, just to like boop them, so I don't get eaten alive. Maybe a polar too.
I'm telling you,
I don't know how well it would work with these racks, but someday I'm gonna get an ARS rack.
when your ARS rack comes, trust me, you're gonna want that polar because they have too much like speed now to be up front, and they're like, I'm gonna nail you when it comes time.
The one that's gonna kill me is this girl, the pastel het monarch. She's the devil. She loves food, and she wrecked my shit a couple of days before Tinley.
You know
My
who's the one that
a mess for days.
I won't lie.
Ugh.
The one that scares me the most, and Jason's like, and he says it every time. He's like, "Please don't bite me, Medusa." I swear to God, if she wanted to nail you, it would hurt.
Hell yeah, Rob! I'm definitely gonna do that. Yeah, because Jeff wanted to get me a custom one from Venom Life with like my colors and stuff like that. But and he messaged them because he was gonna do that for my birthday, and he messaged them and they emailed him back and they were like, "Yeah, we're out of stock for a lot of things right now due to COVID backlog and all that, so we won't be producing any more custom hooks until April." And I was like, "Well, I'd kind of like one soonish."
If I'm not mistaken, Rob had just started making hooks, and I think my mother-in-law in Florida, because like they will call her to go get snakes out of the yard, and she'll just use like a broom or something. And I was like, no. I was like, you need a hook. So I reached out to Rob because I had seen Rob made hooks, and she takes that hook everywhere. She takes it everywhere. And absolutely loves it. And like, I'm totally getting tub puller because Jason, sometimes I'm like, dude, they're gonna nail, like Kayla's got nailed by her black pastel gravel a couple times because she's up on the higher rack and you can't see where they are when you open the tub. And Kayla went to go drop it and didn't realize that she was here, and she tried to cross her to drop it in the other corner, and she nailed her. So yeah.
Oh, and yeah, frickin' Alice too. Alice, she's a little shit. She comes flying out of that tub every single time I open it up. I have to have a hook ready to boop her because she comes flying out like she's gonna eat my face.
They I'm telling, well, Alice, actually, what's funny, there's a funny story behind Alice. Alice nailed Kayla in the nose one time because she opened the tub right at nose level, and Alice got her in the nose.
I need to pull Alice out.
Yeah,
You haven't seen Alice in a while.
Actually, I correct myself. My mom was the first one Rob had actually shipped one to. So, Rob, she uses that thing every day, and everybody in her little like gated community thinks like she's like the snake whisperer because of her hook.
Hang on a second. I'm gonna pull Alice out because you haven't seen her in a while.
Oh God, Jason's gonna want her back. You can keep her.
Alice. Oh, hi. Oh my God, she's like whipping her. Did you see that? She's whipping around, looking at me, looking at Jeff, looking at me.
She's like, I'm ready to eat.
Holy crap, girl. Take a chill pill. No, listen, Linda. Listen. Settle your butt. Oh my God, you're okay. No. Listen. Holy crap. I've never seen her do that before. That was kind of interesting. She just went, wang. There she is, Nikki.
My God, look at her. She's lightened up so much.
And she's so big.
She's still feisty. I can see it in her face. Hi, Alice. If you guys are questioning, I actually produced that snake last season before last. One of them seasons, and she's now.
I think it was I think it was season before last. I don't know. I think she's a 2020.
I think she's a 2020.
2020. Late 2020.
Yeah, late 2020. Yep.
Yeah. And she loves her food. She's chonky for a reason.
Yes. That's amazing.
Yeah. Figured you'd like to see her since you haven't seen her in a hot minute.
Hey, I know she's doing good. I'm
Oh,
excited
yeah.
about her. So
Well, that's like whenever you bring out Houdini, I'm like, oh,
I know, right? You're like,
it's
oh,
Houdini.
I know, right? You're like, actually, she's actually in shed. Hold on, she didn't eat. Let me see if I can get her.
Yeah, Jeff, wait do you see how big Houdini is? She's a beast. Yeah. And for anybody in the chat who is not aware of Houdini, the reason of Houdini's name, I produced her in my first clutch ever last year, and she was the only other pied in the clutch. And Nikki was like, "If you're not keeping her, I want her." And so, like, she was like on the docks for Nikki from the get go.
Yeah.
And this snake was the last one to shed in the entire clutch from the first shed, and she went to blue, and just took her dang time. Everybody else shed out. She was the last one in the tub. And then whenever she was about ready to shed, she shed out, realized that because the tub was lighter and everything was wet, she could press on the top of the tub and push the tub out. And she escaped, got out, and ended up inside one of these shelves in this rack system.
Yeah.
So she was named Houdini from the start.
And she's kept her name. Sorry,
Mhm.
guys. She's actually in shed, so she's deep in blue, so she looks a little pinker.
Look at her, honey. Look how
Yeah,
big she is.
she's big. She's a big girl. And
She's a
she's
big
got
girl.
one little freckle.
She gets that from her daddy.
Yeah. So she's deep in blue. She was actually sleeping in the back. She's like, I don't want to come out, but yeah, she's really good. So I actually have one of Lauren's, and I hope to have more snakes. So this is one I got from Lauren, and I told her from the get go, I was like, okay, I want her. I don't care what she is. I just want her. So that's my girl.
Okay, Alice, you go back in your tub. That was funny. I've never seen her do that before. She just she looked back and forth between Jeff, then me, then Jeff. Like whipping her head. She was ready to launch. Activation sequence was initiated.
She was like, I'm ready.
Woo!
Guys, we've kind of talked about a little bit of everything. If you guys throw it up in your comments or get with me and Lauren, give us some ideas what you guys want us to talk about. What's the next gene you guys want us to discuss? We've got Ace and Black Pastel and Pied.
And now we can use Morph Market as a visual tool.
Yes, we can totally do that. As high-tech people, we'd love to do it. I have something in the works with a special guest. I just have to see if they're gonna do it. And we would love to know what you guys want us to talk about, or if there's topics you guys want us to talk about.
Yeah.
We like to educate. That's why we do our show, is to hopefully educate people, or just have a bunch of laughs,
or a little bit in between.
You never know. But we know everybody's holidays. I know a lot of people are off. Oh god. Okay.
What?
Jailbreak.
What?
Apparently Captain Jailbreak has broken out. If you guys don't, let me tell you guys something right now. Do not ever breed a beagle and a pit bull together, ever. Because if you guys get this.
Uh-oh.
Patchy. Patchy, say hello.
Oh, Patchy.
Apparently he jailbreak.
Beagle boy.
Watch his show, so apparently I have to go now and ring my dog.
Yeah, boy. Sounds like fun.
He didn't have his snaps on, did he? Yeah, that's why. He busts out of metal kennels, guys. He has to have horse snaps. I have to lock him down like Fort Knox. So.
Bad boy, Patchy.
Yeah, Patch is bad. He heard that and he walked back in the room and he was like,
"What? I'm bad boy? Oh, okay.
I'm bad boy? What? No, what? Me bad boy? I'm not bad boy. Are you a bad boy? He's like, I'm not a bad boy.
As long as you say it in that tone of voice, I'll be a bad boy.
He's like, you want a bad boy? Okay, I do bad boy. This dog, oh my God. I'm not, so funny story about the dogs and why I say don't breed beagles and pit bulls. I worked for a horse rescue and we had a mama dog pit bull that obviously was a bait dog. She had her ears mangled and her teeth taken out. And she wouldn't let anybody near her ever. So one day I'm out there cleaning and I'm like, this poor dog just needs some love or something. And she's scared in the corner. And I sat down in the middle of the horse stall and she climbed in my lap. And she wouldn't leave me at that point. Like nobody else could get in the stall with her but me. So I called Jason on the phone. I'm like, can we bring this dog home? She's going to have puppies. I don't want her to have them in the stall. It's winter time. And he's like, oh my God, no, don't bring her home. She can't have puppies. Because he's thinking at this point in time, Jason's never been involved with a lot of animals. And he thinks that these puppies are going to be like the size of a 12-week-old puppy when she has them. And I'm like, no, that's not how it works. So I finally convince him, and he sets up this amazing huge kennel that's like made for like a Great Dane in the garage, and gets her like a heater, and gets all this like stuff. Bring her home, and the next morning I can hear little whimpers, and I go out to 7 puppies that are out there. So I raised 7 puppies. Let's just say gruel time and teaching them what manners are do not work when there's 7 of them. Because when they get loose, they run in every which direction. Me and Jason are trying to like be like, I've got 4, you've got 2. Okay, we're good. Oh my God, somebody's missing. So I decided to keep 2 of these dogs. Now, I didn't know what Dad was. I just knew it was a pit bull. I did a DNA test on the dogs. I did them on him because I was having a really hard time because he's breaking kennels. He's eating fences. It's like, God, what are you? And I did this DNA test, and this dog comes back with pit bull and beagle. Yeah, don't ever do it.
A deadly combination.
That is it. I read, and it was funny because I was reading, like, what the traits are, and like everything that it says a beagle is, both of them are. Now, mind you, he's the biggest. His sister is like a little, like the size of a beagle, just like chunkier. They whine. They break things. They did not want to potty train. They did not want to train. And it reads everybody that has ever read about a beagle, that's exactly there. But chase skulls and moles to the nth degree. So, don't, if you ever get a chance, beagles and pit bulls do not mix because you get 2 stubborn-headed animals together all in one. But I love them. I have 4, I have 5, actually I have 5 dogs. I have a lab that's very confused. She's super confused, thinks she's a pit bull. She's not. And then I have 4 pit bull, 3 pit bull mixes, and then I have a pit bull old English bulldog who is like, he's athletic as they all get out. I've seen him clear a 6-foot fence and not even blink an eye. And he used to climb up and down on the kids swing set. So.
Oh my gosh.
And slide down the slide, like just go for it until we took it down in the ranch. It never fails around here. Fun and interesting between the 100+ snakes, a husband, 2 kids, a ton of rats and ASFs, and 5 dogs. I don't know how I'm sane or able to make perfect sentences.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think all of us in this hobby, sanity is not exactly the word we're going for. I think it's how well we have adapted to our insanity.
Yeah. I mean, I had
how
4
well we can walk and talk and speak and stand
yes.
upright like normal people.
Yes. Or when you start to talk to people, people are like, what? You do what? And you have what? Yeah, if only you knew. I swear to God, every time people find out I have snakes, I think they think of like snakes on a plane, and they think like all the snakes are running loose in my house. I'm like, yeah, I wish.
Yeah, I literally, when we were getting ready to leave for work on Friday, somebody asked me, they were like, oh, you got any plans for the weekend? And I said, oh, I think we're going to a reptile expo on Sunday. And he goes, why are you going to an expo? We're like, why are you doing that? The only way I go there is if they were all dead. Kayla!
Hey, Miss Lauren. Hey, everybody in the chat.
There's
Bye.
Peas, ducks, chickens, pigs, and soon to be pygmy goats. Oh my god! I want goats so bad. I want Nigerian dwarf goats.
I want a fainting goat. Jason won't let me, and I want a potbelly pig. He keeps telling me Angus is my pig. I'm like, no, I want a pig. He won't let me. I don't know. Yeah, Kayla. Yeah, Rob has a farm. It's probably a crazy farm, but it's probably cool. It's a farm.
I told Jeff, I said that's kind of what we need is just like a small little farm where we can have, the farm animals that we want. We can also do the snake stuff. Like,
I had 4 horses at one point in time. I would never wish that upon anybody, especially when it comes time to like vet bills.
yeah. I love horses. I don't know if I'll ever own one, but I do love
Where
horses.
Kayla's gonna she's gonna build like a house, and the barn's gonna be like under like the bottom layer of the house, so she could just like walk downstairs into like the barn. That's gonna be cool. That kid, when we started horses about 5 years ago, probably when we first got to Tennessee, I remember like she was afraid to walk near it or anything, and then thing I know, like not even 6 months later, she's like climbing off backwards, sliding down their butts, rolling underneath of them. I'm like, but she's like told me she wants to go to the Olympics. So I mean, I'm like, that's some big horses. I was like, you better make some big money for the horses and the plane rides and the trainers. Like, I love you, but mom doesn't have purse strings like that.
I never realized dressage was a thing that they did in the Olympics until I saw them this year.
That's
stinking cool.
That is her thing. That kid loves dressage. I remember she competed against one of her trainers on our like rescued slaughter horse that was like, there was no way this horse was ever a Western pleasure horse because they're supposed to be really rhythmic-y and like really collected. That's not him. And I remember she had 2 weeks at my dad's house, and the horse, I just lunged the horse just to kind of keep him in shape. And she gets out there and whips the trainer's butt. Like, 2 weeks off, the horse hasn't seen her, gets out there and like whips her butt. I was like, yeah, you're no longer her trainer. I'm like, if she's out here competing at your level, yeah, I need to find something a little bit bigger. And then COVID happened, and we kind of stopped, and I was like, all right, the horses we're not into that game, and we kind of got heavier into snakes. But trust me, one day she will have more horses. So it will be. I don't. She wants to do cross country now, so that's like all the jumping and stuff. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where it takes her. I just did team roping, so like I was like, it's a speed event. Try to catch the cow. If your header doesn't catch the cow, you have no job. It's fine. But it's like I watch her, and it's like she's got like the training, and like she has a saddle pad that I ended up having like jewels put in the saddle pad so it shines when she's up. And I don't know. It blows my mind.
Oh my. Yeah, she'll definitely get back there. I see it.
She's
This
there.
COVID crap can't last forever.
Well,
so
not only
gonna
that,
give someday.
like, dude, like 2 or 3 clutches future-wise, it'll pay for all of her horses.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to Rob's farm just to visit the farm. He's like gonna get goats.
4 separate lots, so I can keep the animals in there. For the pigs, and my wife wants to add goats, miniature horses, and cows. Miniature cows! Do miniature cows! Oh my god, they're so cute!
You want to come say hi? Okay. Apparently, you guys are gonna get a show tonight. There's the smallest.
Hey, bud!
That's his logo. Let's go Pythons. That's his. So that's my other smallest one. And yes, they are my children, and they look just like me. I cannot.
Yes, they do.
Any one of them.
Nope.
And I like pigs. I don't like my piggy on me in my spot, but now my truck going to
God, she's cute.
He's talking about Minecraft, so I don't know. I do whatever. I'm just here. So we've been going strong. Apparently, I
3
need to
hours.
apparently I need to go
Woo.
downstairs and wrangle dogs back into kennels. And go lay them off
Barricade
smack
the
down.
doors.
Yeah, well, I have to hook him in with like D rings and like clamps and like so he can't break out.
Oh,
It's
boy.
bad. So, but we appreciate all like 7 of you, 8 of you that are like standing tall with us. There was 10 of you in here before. I know everybody's kind of gotten out and doing their own thing and watching games, getting ready for work. Again, stickers are coming, guys. You guys will see those.
Yep.
We're like Lauren said, we're gonna do a couple cool giveaways that we have ideas for. Super stoked about that. If you guys are not following us on Instagram, please follow us on Instagram. If you guys ever have questions, reach out to any one of us because we're here to help.
Both of our links are in the description.
Yep.
Hello. Nikki's YouTube and Instagram is in there. My YouTube and Instagram is in there.
What's funny is we have YouTubes for our own businesses, our separate pages, but we never do anything on them.
I haven't done anything. I posted a couple of shorts, like, I don't know.
Chris,
6
I
months
have to
ago?
get, and if you guys ever want YouTube help, go to Chris. Chris will set you straight about what to do. Dog himself.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. We try to do great lives, but we couldn't do great lives without you guys in here asking questions and having David Dukes show up himself. And doing what you guys do. We're so appreciative of you guys. If you guys want to help Chris from Iron Dog, I do have tumblers that I make. You guys choose a size. It's his colors, his logo, his saying, Iron Dog Strong. They're $40. You guys don't know how much $40 goes for him. It pays for gas or food or medicine or whatever. So if you guys want one of those cups, reach out to me. I will give the money goes straight to him. I just make them.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, Chris. No offense to Steeler lovers, but that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, Jason probably does try.
If they're gonna win, they're gonna come back with like 5 minutes left in the fourth. That's what's gonna happen. So.
Yeah, that's like his glory right there. If you guys want custom tumblers, reach out to me. It doesn't have to just be the Iron Dog ones. I do some pretty cool ones. Depends. If you guys want hooks or tub holders, go to Rob KY Constructors. The man makes amazing stuff. You guys want some in your collection to use. But I think this has been a good test run.
Yeah, it went pretty good. Good job, Jeffrey.
Yeah, good job, Jeff. Man behind the camera, thank you. You make us look so good and what you do and all the designing. I have to say I like this version better than the StreamYard.
I do too.
And it's exciting.
It's a lot. It's more complicated, but more simple at the same time. Like once it's all put together, it's way more simple. So, I mean, Jeff hasn't had to really do anything. He's just been sitting here making sure the audio doesn't go stupid on us. So.
The Cowboys did lose today. Yes, they did, but that's normal for them. It's a 1 playoff game and done. That's their run of the thing. Again, guys, reach out to us and let us know what you guys want us to talk about. We always look for input. Sometimes me and Lauren don't have good answers to what we're going to talk about, so we just get on here. You guys will start to see us more and more as we get back onto this and doing these shows. I have fun when I get a chance to talk snakes with Lauren and with all you guys.
Oh yeah.
You guys rock.
And since we're in the middle of breeding season now, so breeding season as we breed all year round. But we'll be expecting clutches from Nikki probably first, and
hopefully.
So we'll be seeing some. Audio's been in and out at times. Okay. Not really sure why that would be. Maybe it's internet connection or something.
Maybe. Who knows? But thanks, Chris. See, this is why I like having you guys in the chat because sometimes we don't find that.
Keep us on it.
Yes.
Let us know what's going on.
We'll make sure that we kind of address that situation. But then again, it's never a snaking around show without a technical difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
This goes with our show.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Alrighty.
So we appreciate all you guys stopping in, and again, guys, like, subscribe, share, do all that fun stuff.
Yep.
Have a
We're
great.
gonna find more topics to talk about and keep the good times rolling.
Yes, most definitely. So we will talk to you guys sooner than later. Peace, love, and snakes do snake things, guys. You guys have a great rest of your evening.
Yep. See you guys.